Look at the flick of that wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist now. Look at the flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist now. Look at the flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist. Damn Dixie. Damn Dixie. Damn Dixie. Damn Dixie. Hashtag damn Dixie. I met this chick named Dixie. Damn Dixie. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 12 of Around the Point. We are live here on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/HEELSTEVEN. It is April the 8th, 2016. And I'll be honest, I know I'm back in Jersey. I'm back. It's been like, what now? 2 days, 3 days now since I'm back in Jersey. And my mind is still in Dallas. This is how I feel right now. Still, my mind's still in Dallas. I come back and I come back home and I'm under the fucking weather. Allergies are being a pain in the ass right now. But that's just, again, guys, around the point. You know what I mean? But other than that, though, guys, thank you all for tuning in live. I'm here joined live here. I'm HEELSTEVEN.
I'm Connor, a.k.a.
And I am Chase Oliver.
Indeed, you guys are.
Chase, you were supposed to do the non-legit wrestling.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, this is not TEAMHEEL podcast, so.
Oh, okay, it's different.
TEAMHEEL podcast, I do. I'm non-legit wrestling.
I'm non-legit wrestling, and I'm Connor, okay, Fabe.
Yeah, I've done Connor a couple times at the end where Connor disappears. I do his outro. I say all the stuff and plug it. So, Connor still gets plugged.
Indeed, absolutely, of course. I'm gonna see how it's coming on the playback here.
I'm Connor, a.k.a.
It's coming out great.
God, my neighbor's so hot.
Okay.
Okay, let me tell you this story. This is actually a true story. So one day, I was sitting on my computer, right? I was talking to some friends on Skype, and then all of a sudden, my upstairs neighbor was having sex and stuff like that. And she had her window and the light on. I was just seeing them have sex.
God bless America. This is how you start off the show, guys.
I was watching them have sex. I was like, fuck, dude. Like, they didn't realize that I could possibly see them and stuff like that. I know it sounds creepy as hell to say that, but it was just like you're not going to turn away free porn. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you see some shit like that happening, you're going to watch it. So,
of course you are. Absolutely. I mean, why would you not? You know what I mean? As you should. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? That's how I view it. So were they like?
Good choice of words. That's how I view it.
So were they screaming? Were they like, were they like into the shit? Like, were they like classical?
Okay, so the way my house is set up, the townhouse complex, like they're literally like right across from me. So like I can see like their front row, like their front door and everything. And so if they leave lights on, their windows are open, you can see them. Like people can see me like up in my stairs and stuff. I'm like walking around working out or something. Like people will sometimes look at me as I'm working out. So it's like this neighborhood's filled with weird people anyways. So I was just like kind of like just looking outside because most of the time when I'm talking, I look outside anyways. And then I'm just like, I'm looking outside and I just saw her and I was like, wait, are they having sex? And then like all of a sudden they're just having sex. I couldn't hear them, but they were just having sex. So I was just like, do they not realize their windows are open? Like, what idiots? But whatever.
I mean, it happens. We are. I'm just sharing this real quick on the iTerrace Treehouse. Shout out to In the Rope Show. Good people out there. So, I mean, so it's not like, okay, so you see them have sex, you see them, I mean, was it like passionate, like, like you see in the porn movies, where they like...
It just looked like standard. It was just like kind of like, because they have kids and stuff, so like... So like, it was kind of like passionate. I guess it was kind of passionate, but just kind of standard, like they weren't doing anything crazy.
So it's not like they were like screaming or have the guy like, "Who's your fucking daddy? Who's your fucking daddy?"
No, they were like standing and making out for the longest time. I will say that. Like they were just standing there making out for the longest time, And then afterwards, they finally got to the bed. That's where like my view was kind of struck because I could see them making out and stuff like that. Like the girl and him were like naked making out, just standing there doing nothing. I was like, I've never done that before. Where I'm just like standing naked with my girl and just making out with her. Like that just seems like very awkward. Like why not just do it on the bed? But maybe it's foreplay for them.
Like, whose pussy is this? Whose pussy is this? Whose pussy is this? Huh?
Steven, are you like letting us into a glimpse of what you do? Like, are you trying to like make a comparison?
If you do that, that's kind of embarrassing.
No. I'm just saying. It's possible. You know what I mean? It's possible. Is there an echo, by the way?
There was.
No,
It's
there
gone.
was. It's gone now.
Alright, good.
Keep in mind, Steven, we're delayed like probably like 4 or 5 seconds from the actual live feed of YouTube.
WFT soft.
Soft.
Such a debut.
Whose pussy is this? Whose pussy is this? Hashtag.
God.
I mean, just imagine that. I mean, I'll tell you also. So where I lived at before, my upstairs neighbors were Haitian people, right? So, I guess the husband and the wife. I guess the guy was a cab driver. The wife was the nurse. Keep this in mind. You know, literally where I sleep, they literally there were a day where they would sleep in the living room and shit, right? So my room is literally on the bottom, and up there's the living room. So I would hear moments where they'd be doing it, and they're just into the shit, right? Like foreign people when they do sex is they go wild and shit, they go crazy, right? So you can literally hear like the couch just moving and shit, and just hitting the floor like what the fuck, you know what I mean? God damn. Nah, I remember this other time, right? So I think I told you guys the story.
A lot of sex stories all of a sudden that you've just pulled out of your hat.
I know.
That out there.
I know a lot of these sex stories today, guys, ladies and gentlemen. So at my old job, right, there was this girl that that was high or whatever. Cool girl, whatever. You know what I mean? And again, she seemed cool as shit. You know what I mean? But we didn't know she was a freak. So this was like.
Best.
This was like 2010, almost 2011, 2010, right? So she was cool as shit, what have you, right? She seemed innocent as shit, right? So one day, me and my friend were cruising around, right? Like in the neighborhood, we were driving around and shit, and we stopped at a red light. And next to us is this truck, right? This truck, whatever, and the driver literally is driving and shit, and he has like, I'm gonna show you guys on the camera here for you guys. Just to get an idea of what I'm talking about here. So literally,
Steven's gonna perform a reenactment visual.
Literally, the guy was like, the driver was like this. Literally, I mean, he was getting some dome and shit. Like, he was getting a blowjob, right? So
that's not only hilarious. It's also a gigantic traffic violation.
So we were like, we were like happy that, yeah, my boy, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's getting, he's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? And then out of nowhere, right? A head pops up right, and it's the girl that I work with, and we were like, oh shit, you know what I mean? So it was just so fucking funny. I'm assuming for her it's embarrassing, so to the point where she, where she quit her job the next day.
Yeah, another sex story that I have is like one time I was super wasted at a party and stuff like that.
And
It was at my best friend's house.
And we're about to be joined by our good old friend. He is the master, the host of the unappreciated segment of the TEAMHEEL podcast, Mr. Dave Sack. Damn, that's an ugly mug, but that's just around the place.
All right, so anyways, back to what I was gonna say. I was at a party and I was super wasted. And I every time at my best friend's house, I would always sleep on his couch. But this was like one of his bigger parties, so I was sleeping on the couch, right? And as I was sleeping, someone that was at the party and this girl who I knew, they were having sex like right on the same couch I was sleeping on. So here I am trying to fucking sleep. I'm drunk as fuck, and I just heard all this moaning and shit. And I literally threw my shoes at them, and I said, "Can you all please fucking stop? Go get a room." Like, it was annoying as fuck. I was trying to sleep. It was like ridiculous. But who does that? Like, who does that at a party where it's just like, oh, you're so drunk that you guys are having sex on the couch with someone that's trying to sleep? Like, that's just ridiculous.
And I mean, it happens. I've been to parties, and I myself, and I'll admit this, I was involved. I mean, I've been to parties in my day, right, where I was
Please,
involved
please,
in those
lighten this
actions.
on the parties that you've joined on in the day. Please, I need to hear this.
So this was like probably what my freshman year of high school. This is when it actually, you know, lost my
Yeah.
virginity. So this is my freshman year of high school, freshman year, right?
Uh,
And whoever's viewing, I don't care. That's just around the point, okay? So I know I might get shit tomorrow for this, but that's just around the point. So this is my freshman year of high school, and I go to this house party, right? And a good friend of mine that I was talking to at the time, and at the time she had a boyfriend, right? And they were going through trouble. And I knew this shit, all right, they're going through trouble and shit, but we were just talking on the side. We were talking pretty much, right? So I go to this party, and there's alcohol. Keep this in mind, I was like, what, 15 at the time? I didn't give a shit. You know what I mean? I was excited, like, oh, great, cool, house party, right? So we're all just having a blast. I, have a couple drinks, and, I'm just all over the place. And I'm dancing with this girl. I'm dancing with her and shit. And I think,
You get to the point of this fucking story.
so her boyfriend shows up. Her boyfriend at the time shows up, and he gets mad. He's
Can you
furious.
get to the point of the story? I don't want to hear the full story. I just want you to get to the point of it.
I get my ass kicked, right, by the fucking dude. I get my ass just beat the fuck out of, right? So, everyone leaves the party. Everyone leaves and shit. And her dad pretty much tells me to stay because, he wanted me to get checked up and shit, right? So he leaves me and her alone. And we're just talking, and the next thing you know, we're doing it on Grandma's quilt.
Not grandma's quilt.
Hell yeah, I didn't give a fuck at the time.
wow.
I didn't give a shit.
You
I
added
Clearly.
green glaze to your grandma's quilt's legacy. God.
I just thought of that stupid joke from Quagmire from Family Guy. Did you ever hear that one where they were fighting the Amish people, and they were fighting back pretty well, and he gets dragged into one of the quilts, and he starts bleeding. He goes, "Oh, well, I guess now it's an AIDS quilt."
Yep. That happened. I mean,
Oh.
Yeah, that was pretty.
What was that episode of South Park with the casino? And, like, the Indians gave white people SARS?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, that happened.
I mean, I'm sure all of us have some weird ass stories and shit. All of us have a weird story.
I have weird ass stories that don't necessarily relate to. Well, actually, there was one. That long story short, I was at a party. I wasn't drinking, but people.
Those are like
most,
fun at a
Well,
party. You
see,
just
the
see
thing-
all the stupid people.
well, that's the thing was that I never drank for the longest time because I love being the guy watching the chaos unfold in front of me, and because someone's got to document this shit. So I was at a party and I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't with a girl. I wasn't drinking or anything like that. But all of a sudden, you just see this woman's bare ass against the screen, the slider door, like the glass door, like out to the patio. And there's a guy making out with her. I mean, she wasn't wearing a single thing, but it was just like I was with my friend who didn't drink either at the time, and we're like, man, someone should get some Windex.
Oh, damn.
The most recent party I went to was like the New Year's party actually, and guys, I don't really party that much since I don't drink anymore and stuff like that. So I went to this New Year's party, and all the parents asked me if I could stay to babysit their kids, so they want to do anything stupid. Oh my god, dude! I did not know how to handle these people. They were wasted already before New Year's even hit because they were like taking shots during the football games and everything like that. So I was like, God damn, y'all motherfuckers are wasted. I had to tell like a girl a bedtime story just so that way she could go to bed. I told her about Goldilocks and the Three Bears, so that helped her go to sleep.
Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I like that.
Yeah, dude. Cause no, she fucking was like gonna be stupid, and me being with 2 DUIs, I don't want anyone to get a DUI, especially in my county. It's one of the top 5 worst counties to get a DUI. Like getting a DUI here in this county is like you're pretty much like a murderer. Like they pretty much like a piece of shit over here. So it's just like you don't want that. Like if you want to get a DUI, like I always tell people, if you want to drink and drive, make sure you drive over to LA County and get busted over there, so you don't face as great punishment as you do in Ventura County. But
You're shit. You're done. You're going to jail, motherfucker.
no, they treat you like shit over here, man. They treat you like you're like the most scummiest people on earth. Yet people who sell weed and tag up the place get lesser punishments than you.
Possible, dude. It's okay, though. You know why? Because we're gonna build a giant wall. Okay, We're gonna build a giant.
Holy Jesus
We're gonna
Christ.
we're gonna
You
build
know
it.
what?
Hold on, listen. We're gonna build a giant wall, okay? We're gonna make TNA great again. Trust me, okay? I know Dixie Carter. I know Bob Carter. That Billy.
Wait, I'm
That
confused. Are you doing Trump or are you doing Russo?
okay? Listen, that Billy Corgan. He's a loser. Trust me, he's a loser. Okay.
He's doing Trump because he didn't even want to talk to Vince Russo at WrestleCon.
I know, right? Fuck. Nah, you know what it was, dude. I'll be real about it. He looked very serious. Nah,
He
cause I
was
felt
exhausted.
no, no,
I
no,
was
no,
talking
no.
to him very briefly.
No, this is just looking into the man's eyes, like, yo, this guy's fucking serious. And honestly, the last thing I want to do right now is imitate him, and him just fucking tear like,
Actually, he's
and him,
pretty down with
and him like, let me tell you something, bro. Bro, first of all, bro, you're doing
Oh
the
yeah,
thing wrong, bro.
See, he'll do it over here. He won't do it to his face.
Nah, like, can I get
No,
that
no,
feeling?
no, no.
Like my impressions. If a wrestler would be down with it, I would ask them if they want to hear my impressions. I would love if Triple H could grade my Triple H impression.
I'm
I
telling
did,
you, I'll tell you what, bro. Look here, bro. Listen here, bro. Okay, bro. First of all, bro, your impression is off right now. Okay, it's off like the writing team in WWE right now, bro. I'm telling you right now, bro.
I'm gonna change subjects real quick because I can't stand Steven's impression right now. I just saw my
what
Facebook.
is it about Steven's impression, bro? That is so damn wrong.
God damn, Dave's
It's
got
so
it on
fuck-
point.
Oh
Dave's
my
got
God.
it.
Oh
Dave's
my
got it. Shit.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. All you gotta do is sweat the people, bro. Okay.
I'm telling you.
Bro.
I think it's because Dave's white. He gets it more.
I'm telling you what, bro. Look here, bro. Okay, I'm telling you. You want to make it on the Realm Network, bro? I'm telling you right now, bro. You gotta change your act, bro. Okay. You gotta be on podcast one, bro. I'm telling you right now, bro. Here in the brand, guys. Here on the Swerve, guys. Listen, I'm telling you right now, bro. Again. The vibe I got at WrestleCon, listen, it was amazing. But the vibe I got from meeting Russo, I didn't say shit to him or anything like that. But the vibe I would have gotten, like, yo, if I just did that, he probably would have torn me a new one. Like, nah. I just
Why?
don't.
People did an impersonation to him.
I know. Wasn't Brian Zane did one of them too on the interview?
He did it. The Brian Zane, that's
Don't
WrestleMania,
hurt
right?
me no more. You wanna give me a copyright strike? I think you do. Lower that shit down, dude. Turn that shit off, bro.
Yeah, the music in the background.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do right now is give me a copyright strike, dude. You
No,
want
we
that
don't
right
need that. No,
Steven,
he
you
did
gonna
that right in front of his face, and everything was cool. Like he was okay with them doing the impression.
I don't think they care as long as you don't say anything stupid. Like if you say something stupid, then they're gonna get pissed off. Like if I did my Triple H impression, I just did a Triple H promo. I'm pretty sure he would laugh and be like, "Oh, that was funny," and stuff like that.
Yeah. But other than that, though, like, yo, real shit, yo, WrestleCon was a fucking shit, dude.
Yeah. I hate saying it, but comparing it to Access is awesome, but I feel like you only get any part. I feel like you honestly only get to enjoy Access if you're VIP.
No. Like when I went to SummerSlam Access, and I've been to all of them pretty much when they used to go to LA all the time. If you weren't VIP, there was no point in going because like the lines are just way too long, and also they move really quickly in meeting the superstars. Like you just kind of like talk to them for a minute. Like the best lines to go to are the superstars that are jobbers because no one's going to
Even
them.
the jobbers had long lines. Like Jack Swagger had a huge line. I was actually surprised.
Yeah, so well that's weird then. Yeah, because like every SummerSlam match, I would go to the jobbers and I'd talk to them. Like Ezekiel Jackson, him and I were talking. And I was like, dude, I'm a huge
That's
fan of
what's
yours, dude. Yeah, I was a huge fan of Zeke. I missed that guy.
I miss.
Right
I
Boy
really
and,
miss.
TNA.
Zeke. I loved his theme song. Yeah.
But no, I mean Access was cool. We took a bunch of fun photos, including the commentary table one, which I thought was honestly that was my favorite one out of all of them. Access, but
Which was the thumbnail for the Day in Life Vlog Day 2. Damn, Dixie!
and then
The New Day entrance.
the New Day entrance was just fun. That was just really fun. You know what was really cool was there's a couple people that you obviously wait in line, you watch them. There's two that came to mind. There's one guy who got a Dean Ambrose and he nailed it. There's another guy who had his daughter come out as Charlotte and he came out as Ric Flair. He even had like a He even had like
Little
a
bit flavor.
blazer on, which I thought was just awesome. He did like the shoulder chop to him. It was really awesome that they did that. But
Yeah.
um,
I would have done Randy Orton, and I would have done the what he does now when he comes out. He comes out, he goes, "Come on, guys, get pumped, let's go." Like that.
um,
So
but no, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead, Dave.
Because you guys are talking all this about WrestleCon and stuff and access. I got a before you guys' trip actually happened. I have like a WrestleMania week story that happened for this past WrestleMania that just happened. I got owned by Melissa Santos on Facebook.
You got owned?
Yes.
Go
Like
on.
what happened was so she posted a picture at like either WrestleCon or something that was happening, like one of the events that happened at WrestleMania, and she was saying, "Oh, at WrestleMania" or something like that, and I was like, "Melissa Santos at WrestleMania? That's pretty cool." And I just left a comment on Facebook, and I was like, "Have you ever thought about like going to WWE after Lucha Underground?" And she went off. She was like, "I what do you mean after Lucha Underground? It's not going anywhere. And hell no, I'm not going to WWE where they're gonna have me as some Latina kissing ass."
I mean,
Speaking of
Like,
speaking of lucha,
I mean, it's
go
her
ahead.
choice. I mean, it was funny. Apparently, WWE's interested in her. Apparently, they're interested in her. I mean, listen, she's beautiful. I met her in person, as y'all saw on pictures on Facebook. Beautiful as hell, right?
Watch your mouth, Steven.
I don't give a fuck at this point. I'm already in the doghouse. I'm already in the.
Uh-huh.
But the thing is, though, she's a beautiful girl. Let's be real. A lot of them say that because they're loyal to a promotion. Let's be real about it. Again, that I'm sure that's her first break. Lucha Underground's her first break. You know what I mean? But I guarantee you, hey, if Vince throws that money around,
God,
I just think somebody like in NXT could use her really good as like, I don't want to say as a mouthpiece, but not so much as like kind of like a Lana role, you know? Like I think she could do good as like a Hispanic Lana, but not to the point of a flop of like a Rosa Mendez.
You heard MVP got fired from Lucha Underground, right?
He
already,
was in Lucha Underground.
Mm-hmm.
what do you do now?
I didn't even read the whole story, to be completely honest. I just like, oh well, there's another one. Yeah, I'll pull it up real quick. But on MVP.
seems like
Fine.
Rey Mysterio and his friends are not happy over there.
I heard Prince Puma stopped. Ricochet stopped taking gigs, and there's rumors.
Here we go. During during Wally Mania in Dallas last week, MVP announced to the crowd that he had signed with Lucha Underground. The word on MVP was that his role in the company was to be an agent. The door was open for him to wrestle in the future. Well, it looks like the relationship is already over. MVP posted a video online acknowledging his signing with the company. He added, "My contract with Lucha Underground has been terminated by the parent company." Apparently, there were some terms violated that he did not know about. He noted that he did some interviews with the cast of Lucha Underground, and that violated the non-disclosure in his deal. We asked around, and apparently, the issue was that the company felt that he was giving away spoilers.
No.
He kept things professional, put Lucha Underground over in the El Rey network, and owned up to his mistake. He also said there was no animosity towards Lucha Underground. Hopefully, things can be worked out and a new deal can be reached. MVP has a great mind for the business. Yikes! So he was signed, and then they negged on the deal because he spoiled his debut.
So pretty much, he fucking So pretty much, he was their version of Willie Mack. For the people wondering what I'm talking about, see, Willie Mack had a WWE deal, right?
But that's different. That's different though. Willie Mack just wasn't physically able to compete in
Nah,
WWE.
but what I'm saying though, yeah, he had a deal, but then I didn't
That's
know.
what happened with Nigel McGuinness.
No, but what I'm saying though, okay, Willie Mack had a deal that got scraped off because he failed a medical. Out of nowhere, like
Right.
that. He didn't even debut on TV or anything. Yeah, you were signed, but not really.
And Nigel was different. He failed a medical test.
Yeah,
That's
he
a
just
little.
didn't want to take the test.
He didn't want to take the test.
No, just
I don't think he didn't want to. I think he did.
No, he needed
think
No,
surgery.
because remember, Brian said Nigel declined the tests, and if he didn't decline them, he would actually have maybe stayed longer in wrestling. Because Daniel Bryan said him and Nigel were taking the tests, and he took the tests.
Dang.
But Nigel didn't want to take the tests because Nigel McGuinness had like this injury and stuff like that. And the reason why Nigel McGuinness is retired is because he has a stomach disease and stuff like that. And Brian said if he would have taken those medical tests, maybe Nigel McGuinness would still be around today.
Yeah.
And now that we're talking wrestling and stuff, I just gotta throw out this quick, like, your thoughts about this, because like I just watched this week's episode of SmackDown. I know it doesn't mean much, but they debuted the vaudevillains and everything. I just want to know, what do you guys think that they gave Apollo Crews a catchphrase, and they named his spinning powerbomb thing Cruise Control?
I love it. I don't know. You know what's funny? I love hearing. The more I hear, what is it? Mauro Ranallo is how his name is pronounced.
Yeah.
I love hearing him. I love hearing his
He
voice.
sounds like if Joey Styles' balls dropped.
He could read me an eviction notice and it would put me to sleep because I'd just be so happy.
You're being evicted.
Yeah, seriously, he has a knack.
Nothing but punches and punches here in Sacramento. Mamma
Like,
mia!
I really wish they would switch him and Byron Saxton. Switch the two of them.
The new three has to be. I think that they would keep Byron Saxton just to say "fuck you," but they'll
Probably.
be Byron instead of Michael Cole. They'll bring in Moralo or whatever the guy's name is you're talking about.
Because Michael Cole is kind of like solidified as the main guy because
No, but eventually he's got to pass the torch. And what I'm saying, the new three, once Michael hangs up the hat, is going to be.
Morrow's only doing SmackDown because he can't do. People forget he can't do Raw. Like I think people don't understand. Morrow films MMA Live and stuff like that. He does a bunch of other stuff besides WWE. WWE's allowing him to do this in his contract, but he can't do Raw because of that.
Gotcha. But back to the original question.
So all the wrestling fans now know when you say, "Oh, replace Michael." Now you all know. Now
at least
you
for
know.
now. At least
for now. Yeah, at least for now because like Ronell was a huge wrestling fan. He actually used to do the score and stuff like that, but he got fired because he was pissed off that Bret Hart couldn't wrestle and stuff like that on the score because he went on this massive rant about Bret Hart coming back and stuff like that. And so they kind of fired him for that. And he's well known as an MMA commentator. He's done a good job over there. And with SmackDown, I like that he calls the moves and stuff. My only problem is he gets too excited over the stupidest shit. It's like, it's tornado DDT.
Well, it's not like Matt Stryker who like they got mad at him for being a fan.
Jace, to be fair, how many times did JR get really excited over something? You're like, Jesus
but
Christ,
JR
calm
got
down.
excited over the best spots. Like Moronello will be like a simple, "Oh, that was a great DDT by Charlotte Cover." It's like, oh my god.
An amazing suplex by Apollo Crews.
To be fair, he's trying to make SmackDown exciting. Let's give him some credit here.
Listen, guys. We're gonna build a wall, okay? We're gonna make SmackDown.
I swear.
We're gonna bring Ronaldo to Smack to Raw. Trust me, I'm kidding.
Back to the original question you were asking, Dave. I love the name Cruise Control. I think that's pretty actually clever, to be honest with you.
The catchphrase they gave him is too easy. That like I think that fits if he's gonna continue to smile.
That's true.
Too easy.
The other thing was, honestly, and I'm not saying this because of their lack of talent, I thought the Vaudevillains would never go to the main roster. And I'm not saying that because, well, no, it's not that I don't think that they would. It's not that I don't think they would be good enough to be on the main roster. It's that gimmick is so touch and go. No, it's not indie.
It's not indie. It's just that it's not something that I think could connect with a lot of people.
You have to.
It would go over better with a smaller crowd.
You have to nurture that gimmick very much. Like you have to be very careful because one false move and it's dead.
I
think it's ridiculous that they had Kalisto take the pinfall over the Vaudevillains.
That was kind of odd. But I love the Vaudevillains gimmick. I think it's an amazing gimmick, and I love it.
It is.
But I just think it should stay in NXT. That's just me.
I agree with you there. But if they were to bring it up to the main roster, I think they kind of needed to switch they could have done the repackaging of Primo and Epico and had them debut this week on SmackDown and use multiple weeks of vignettes, like how they did with with Crime Time back in the day. They would do vignettes of their journey coming to Raw, And I think black and white vignettes of the vaudevillains would have been perfect. Instead of last year was a big fuck up. Like they literally said they did one video package of Neville, and then he debuted that same episode. Like that was it.
Ooh.
One commercial. This is Neville, and he's here next, and it's just like
Well, they did it with
okay.
Cruz. So, on that note, I just got to run to the bathroom real quick. But continue, gentlemen.
Sweet. He also used to do it in NGPW. Yeah, he was a commentator for NGPW along with Josh Barnett on the Access TV on Access TV days, which is now replaced by Jim Ross. So I'm happy for it. What was I
I
gonna
like
say?
it.
You know what's funny? So I'm on Instagram, right, and I'm on Iron Sheik's page. It's a picture with him, Conan, Rey Mysterio, and Wale, right? And it's funny how he calls Wale, and I quote, "the new generation junkyard dog."
You know what? It's like if I saw a humorous side, then I could say Willie Mack is like the modern junkyard dog.
Mm,
If he was more humorous, I mean, the only time you ever see him act funny is when he hits a stunner. That's about it. Because he puts his all into it. It's like he does the middle fingers. He wants a beer and shit. But I just I don't know who you could say is a modern junkyard dog or anybody like that.
There isn't anyone that's like a modern day JYT.
yeah.
Sure. Um, I know like you guys kind of talked about it on Wednesday, but like you guys were limited of time. Um, this main event that's coming up for Payback, uh, it's like what do you think?
I made the video. I already said I'm excited for it.
Me too.
I'm not
Made
gonna
the
talk
video.
about the storyline. Not talking about the character. I don't give a fuck. I just want to see the match. So don't expect me to go full into detail. I don't give a fuck what they do in all honesty because at this point in time, I just want to that's what ruined the Triple H and Roman match for me was that the storyline was such trash and
Hmm.
like I couldn't really enjoy the match for what it was and for what Triple H was trying to do.
Yeah.
So I decided that I'm going to take the indie approach here. I don't give a fuck what they do with AJ's character. I don't give a fuck what they do with Roman's character. I honestly don't care. I just want to see the match because these are two of my favorite wrestlers going at it and stuff like that. So I just want to see my two favorite wrestlers go at it. I know that's going to be people are not going to really like that excuse or think that's a stupid reason, but really
No,
to be
no,
honest,
actually
but but
that's actually a
but
good way to go about it.
No,
but
go on,
WWE doesn't make me care about characters and storylines anyways right now. So
Hmm.
I feel like I should be able to like turn my brain off for one match and stuff like that. And I'll talk about the feud when it's over, what they did right and what they did wrong in my personal opinion. But as for character changes and everything else that they're going to do, I'm just like whatever for it. Like I just don't care. I just want to see the
Like
match.
I'm on the fence about the match. I mean, like there's a part of me that it's like, okay, here's your opportunity because it's like if they really want to do this thing of okay, we're gonna have Roman Reigns have a long title reign and probably last till SummerSlam or whatever, because most likely by then someone's gonna be back, whether it be Cena, Rollins, whatever. Um, so that would be knocking through like those four guys for Monday. Like every month, it's gonna be one of those four. Um, and I mean, if they do that, that's okay. But it's like that has to be the thing. He can't be winning with shenanigans. He's just got to be this asshole tweener who's just laying people out Lesnar style almost. But the other part of me is like, this is your opportunity because if they originally want to do that with Roman Reigns, then it's like, what do you do with AJ Styles after this pay per view? And it's like that's why I'm thinking you bring in Balor Club to cost them the match. I don't want it. I mean, they could do it with Jericho, but it's like that is so done. AJ and Jericho are done, and in my opinion, I don't want to see that continue. But the other thing that I'm thinking about is because the last time we really got this feeling was WrestleMania 30, where we got that happy ending feeling of rejoice. It was the conclusion of something, and everybody got that big hoorah. You know, we didn't get this at Mania 31, and we didn't get it at 32,
Yeah,
and
no
it's
kidding.
just like I think if WWE was smart, I mean, it would be fucked up because they would be pulling a Christian here, give the title to AJ Styles at Payback and have him drop it on Monday Night Raw. Because I guarantee you, by the end of the before WrestleMania 33, Roman Reigns will his title reign number is going to go from 3 to 5. They want him.
Interesting.
Like I literally have this weird feeling where either you have a super long title reign and you don't have a whole lot, but I don't think they want to go the Punk route with anybody right now, or they want to build you up to have a whole bunch of title reigns up to at least 10. Like, do you guys kind of feel what I'm saying?
Kinda, but I think that they. I mean, eh, who knows? It's a full year, and that's the problem. Is that anything can happen now? It's a brand new year in wrestling. It's a brand new year for the WWE. It's a brand new year for all sorts of crazy crap to happen.
Right.
I think what WWE should do, and I have this weird feeling about myself, is that they're going to build up Roman. Roman's going to hold on to the championship till at least SummerSlam. He's going to have some big mega match at SummerSlam. And the
Well,
big guy that.
SummerSlam's got to be Triple H.
I'll say
because
this.
he's got a rematch.
Nah, I think it's
I'll say
Cena.
this.
Yeah,
I'll say
I
this.
think they're gonna do. I think it's either gonna be Reigns. I think I know it sounds stupid, but these are the three matches I see Reigns doing at SummerSlam. He either faces Cena 1-on-1, he either faces Seth Rollins 1-on-1, or the third one's way out of the possibility, but he might be back just in time for SummerSlam, and they could do a good dynamic if Roman Reigns is heel at this point. He'll face the Undertaker 1-on-1.
Ooh.
It's out there
Because like those are the
could
only
work.
three matches I can see Reigns doing at SummerSlam. Like I don't think they would waste the Shield triple threat at SummerSlam. That'd be kind of dumb. Like Reigns and Cena, you can do that again at a WrestleMania, especially if like this is like
That's
the
the
whole time they
idea.
cut. But that's the thing. Like if they touch at SummerSlam and stuff like that, you can wait another year or two, or wait until 33 to have that match happen again. It's not like
No,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
you
mean,
can.
like,
They
you-
did it
no,
with
no, no,
they did it.
I
They,
agree with
hold
that.
up,
I'm
hold
just
up,
saying
hold up. They did it with Cena and Batista, so I can't think of it
true.
with Reigns and Cena. They did it with
That's
Cena and
true.
Batista.
That's
They can do it
true.
with Reigns and
But
Cena.
Yeah.
So, like, and the reason why I throw Seth Rollins is by that time he probably will return, and so everyone will overhype the value of Seth Rollins to the company, which they did when he was champion. And don't get me wrong, Seth is really great, but he's very over. He's overvalued for what he is really worth to them and stuff like that. So I think that would draw some interest. But I think the Undertaker match, especially if Roman is heel, would be the best route for him because Undertaker has great history working with big wrestlers. I mean, remember Batista and Undertaker? I think a
Yeah.
lot of people forget that. Like a
That
lot
was
of
a really good match, actually.
yeah, but a lot of people were saying that match wouldn't be that good. Like a lot of people were like on the internet were saying that match was gonna be a terrible match, and Batista and Undertaker arguably had the best match at 32 at 20
have we
wow
seen?
at
Have we
23.
seen in a one-on-one contest Roman Randy Orton?
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, it did.
SummerSlam.
Back.
SummerSlam 2014, I believe it was. That's when people started bitching, complaining. Oh no, oh my God, it's obvious the writing's on the
So-
wall, guys. Remember that?
The point is that my point was about the whole SummerSlam thing is that you could do is, and the reason I just said Cena was because for this particular story purposes, it just makes the most sense. But you could do it with Seth too. Is that you have a high profile match with Roman Reigns defending the championship, and SummerSlam
Oh, I
is
got it.
when he loses it. You don't have those other two. They don't touch again
That's-
for until Mania.
I got
Like,
it.
you-
You
you-
do you do the Shield triple threat at SummerSlam.
no, that you can't waste a Shield triple threat at SummerSlam. I would
Ah.
say the Shield, I would say the Shield triple threat until like 35. That's when I would book
I
it.
mean, to be fair, the Shield never had a strong presence at WrestleMania.
If you do it at SummerSlam, then I think that has to be your feel good moment of Seth
Actually-
Rollins costs Roman the belt and Dean wins it then.
I mean,
Like he has a short run. That would actually be pretty cool.
for me, just because for some psychological sense, it would just kind of feel this like, it's a psychologically satisfying match for this event. It would be just kind of it would feel right to me to have that at Survivor Series.
Yeah, Survivor Series would be a better
'Cause number-
option for a Shield.
Because number one, it's like who's going to survive, and number two, that's the event they debuted.
You know what? I mean, like I'm down with that, but at the same time, it's like Survivor Series, in my opinion, it's at the point where it needs some value back into it.
And there's your value right there.
Yeah,
No,
the
no,
show
no, no,
Triple
no. What I'm saying is like the actual match itself, like that should be the
Oh
pay
yeah.
per view where like the champion has a break but has to actually lead a team. So it's like the number one contenders team versus the champions team. Like that's what they were doing with when the Reign of Terror happened. It was the Evolution's team, it was Triple H's team versus a whole bunch of guys who became number one contender over the
Right.
past 4 weeks.
Eh.
So I mean that's just me. Uh, I hate looking into the way into the future because we don't know about injuries and stuff like that. But the writing is pretty clear on the wall that they still want to do Taker Cena at 33. Um, they even though they did Triple H as the authority figure versus Roman at Mania this year, I could kind of see like the story is still there for it to be Seth versus Triple H at Mania. So
No,
that's
I think if Seth is not going for the title, at by SummerSlam time, I think they're going to just pull the trigger on Seth versus Triple H now because you got to put into this perspective, Dave. This is Triple H we're talking about here. Triple H
yeah.
only wants to face the big money guys. No offense to Seth Rollins, he is a big money guy, but that's not a Triple H match. That's a Seth Rollins match at WrestleMania. Triple H always wants the WrestleMania match to be about him.
I
Obviously, that's how
mean,
Triple H works.
You could
So
either do
I wouldn't be.
that or you could do Roman versus Seth at SummerSlam, have Seth go over, and then out comes Triple H to congratulate him, like, oh yeah, this is my guy, and then right then and there, he just lays him out.
or you just have Triple H versus Seth 1-on-1 at SummerSlam because that'd be a big match for Seth Rollins. Just for Triple H to bury him, of course, because God has to always win. But
Right, right.
he's going to bury Seth Rollins. I can't believe people are actually under the belief Seth Rollins would go over Triple H. Like Randy Orton didn't put over Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. If Randy Orton had that much control to make sure that didn't happen, what makes you think Triple H is going to put over Seth Rollins at SummerSlam? Like that'd just be absolutely ridiculous.
He's got
Yeah.
a point.
Read a comment.
Yeah.
WWE should bring back King of the Ring, and the winner gets a WWE title shot. I agree with that by Eric. DJ Eric. Say hi, Eric.
I do miss that where
I hate to say it, but King of the Ring has become such a fucking joke. And I hate saying that because everyone loves it, and myself too. But it's like, oh, we're gonna have a King of the Ring on Raw. I mean, shut up.
We get a question here by Trey Flowers. I like that comment. Let's start with some Q&As here. Who first coined the term "Reign of Terror"? What was that? A IWC thing or an on-off screen thing?
It was an IWC thing.
Yeah,
Like
it
I
was.
remember back in '05 on the message boards, people were like calling Triple H's reign the Reign of Terror. Like on 24wrestling.com, PWM forums, wrestling forum, a lot of people were calling them the Reign of Terror and stuff
Didn't
like that.
somebody?
And so it was more of like an IWC term, and it became more popular around like 2011. Like that's when that term really hit the roof. Uh, was that they were just like people were saying, "Oh yeah, remember Triple H's Reign of Terror" and stuff like that. And then a lot of YouTubers started to pick it up and call it Reign of Terror.
Didn't somebody have a "Make It Rain" sign on Raw?
ah
Yeah,
Yeah, didn't they, Steven?
Yeah, that was me. That was me.
You didn't
Make it
hold
ra-
it up, I think, once the entire night.
I did when he came out. Then some fucking put the sign down. Put the sign down, you twat.
Yeah.
That's one thing when you go to Raw after Mania. Like a lot of people will be pissed. Oh my god, Connor! I'm looking at the hotel for WrestleCon next year. This hotel looks fucking
The Hyatt
beautiful.
Regency in Orlando, yeah.
And they also have a message regarding China.
Yeah,
Oh,
China
no.
no showed.
I'm reading the letter
oh,
here.
okay.
Get the
Shocker.
letter. So, dear China advance ticket holders, I wanted to take this opportunity to first apologize for China's behavior and obvious not showing this past week because WrestleCon. So to give you an idea of how hard we worked to get her to Dallas, we received a call at 6 a.m. Friday saying she had missed her flight and no one could find her. She was finally located at about 11 a.m. in Dallas time. She was incoherent and not in the proper mind, though. Her slurring, she asked that I please purchase a new airline ticket for her, costing another $352 on top of the already $800 that was spent on her and her manager to miss the first flight. Knowing how much China meant to all of you, we purchased the ticket again, only to find out the night she checked into the airport but never got on the plane. Wow.
Yep.
That's embarrassing. I'm sorry. But I'm looking at this
Oh, did you
hotel.
guys hear
It has a
about,
fucking pool. Holy outdoor pool. Oh my god.
I mean, our place had an outdoor pool, but
did
we
you
just
guys
never
hear
had a chance
about
to
the
use it.
news with Sunny? That she checked into rehab to avoid the prison time?
Yep.
Good for her. Good for
The
her,
only
dude.
way.
Good for her, dude. I mean, she needs to. I mean, with this point in juncture, what else? I'll tell you guys what. All right. For the next couple, okay, so it's 12:22 right now. Plan to do this like 1 a.m. Take some live calls. All right. So you guys want to call in? You know how this works. Just call in. I'll post a number in the chat for you guys to call in. It's toll free. All right. But keep this in mind, because a lot of people I'm sure want to call in. Just make it quick and short. All right. So you guys want to call in? Numbers right there, guys. Call in now, and we'll get to you guys, and we'll see what we can do. BG. Okay.
I'm trying to think of a good, funny.
Now, Shinsuke Nakamura match stopped due to bad cut. Is that true?
Yeah, he had a live match in North Carolina, and he got a cut in his ear, and it wasn't that bad. It was just a cut, and they.
Oh, really? Yeah. Cuts
Yeah,
on the too.
I got it wrong, and I thought it was the new guy they're promoting, and the vignettes did it, but it's somebody else like La Pancha or some bullshit like that. But my instant reaction when I heard that, I was like, "No way, Jose!"
By the way, if you this would be a nice time to go buy some shirts over at Pro Wrestling Tees
Interesting.
/OKFabe, where you can get 3 t-shirt designs, including Feed Me Likes, the definition of a jobber, and the OKFabe of Honor shirt.
Which got a lot of attention to WrestleCon. We got a lot of attention. I remember that.
It got attention and praise from Lanny fucking Poffo.
That's what's up.
661, you're on the air.
What up, guys? This is Unigamer. How's it going?
Jeff.
661 sounds familiar.
Jeff, what's up, brother?
Nothing much, man. Like, I've been watching your guys' day in the life vlogs and shit, and like, goddamn, dude, I'm envious of you guys getting to go to WrestleMania and shit.
Don't be too envious, because my savings account is quite depleted after this event. So, don't get me wrong, it was a blast, but like, bam, right in the wallet.
Back to
Hey, at the
reality.
end of the day, was it worth it?
Oh, it was worth every penny. But I learned tips and tricks. I learned things about the trip, like as far as experiences, as far as what to do. So if I go next year, I know exactly not exactly, but I have a much better sense of what to do.
Yeah. I think all
Yeah,
of
that's
us-
always a good thing, is gaining that experience when you travel, because like when you first go, obviously you want to try to do everything and stuff like that. Like I'm pretty sure if I went with you guys to Orlando next year, I'd be like that noob that wants to do everything, because I haven't experienced like a big time WrestleMania weekend like this.
Well,
But
that was
you guys would smarten me up and say, Chase, no, we're not doing this. I'll be like,
Well,
but why not? And then you guys will smart me up. So it's always good to get that experience, because then you know, like, when you could sleep in. Do you really need to go out to do this? Can you just rest for a bit? You know.
that was the thing, and I understand Steven's enthusiasm, but Steven wanted to do like everything under the fucking sun. I'm like, dude, you have to understand, we're going to a lot of these events at night. Chances are we're gonna be exhausted after these. So I thought, let's just do these things. And looking back on it, there are things that we could have skipped. Access is the big one that comes to mind. But it's kind of just your personal preferences. Like, I know that Breach skipped, I think he sold 1 access ticket, and I think he also skipped the Hall of Fame
Yeah.
because he didn't want to go. And I mean, for me, the Hall of Fame is a huge deal, because I'm a big, old school fan, seeing the legends of the business, blah, 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 blah. That's just my own personal thing. But I know a lot of people who would skip the Hall of Fame, and understandably so. But for me personally, if I do go next year, I'm not going to lie, I'll probably skip access.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
say
not
this.
gonna lie. If I went to WrestleMania and you guys were like, "Oh yeah, we're going to the Hall of Fame Saturday night," yeah, I would like to hear these legend stories and stuff like that. But I'm not. I'm
I mean,
not.
depends.
Like,
Depends more on what class it is, though. Like, here's
Yeah.
Well,
it was Sting. This year was Sting, and I get Sting, of course. But let's say next year they put in someone that's not like a big deal, then I might skip the Hall of Fame.
No,
I'll
but for me, even if it is a big deal, I'm still going to see them WrestleMania weekend. It's not like I'm missing anything. I can watch it on the network, and I would much
True.
rather go hit the town Saturday night and see what the town has in store
I'll be real with
instead of
you.
going to the Hall of Fame. I know
If
it's
it
not
was
disrespectful, but that's what I
yeah,
would do
if
because
it was
I'm
up
not
to
really.
me, if it was up to me, I skipped the Hall of Fame to go to the WrestleCon Super Show.
Honestly, I would love to go to the Hall of Fame and see that, see all that go down. 'Cause, I mean, that's something to say. I got to see WWE Hall of Fame live and in person.
Right. It's kind of just a personal preference as far as what you would prefer.
Yeah. Well,
So
yeah, definitely. I would love to go to WrestleCon too. And if Vince Russo will be there next year, if I get a chance, yeah, I'll see him in person and say, hey, Vince, fuck you.
Look. I'm telling you right now, bro. I'm telling you now, bro. Listen here,
Steven,
bro.
you lost
Bro,
the
I just
association.
want to say.
I'm
I just
telling
want
you
to.
right now, bro. Okay,
Okay.
if you
Yeah.
want to go to
Enough with the.
WrestleCon,
Shut up. I'll
right?
send you to WCW. All right. So, anyways, um,
Hey, Vince, come on. I
but
challenge
Jeff,
you to a
I
brawl,
just want
man.
Jeff, hold up. I just want to say I didn't like how you did that on Scott Casey Gale's show. I hope you apologize to Scott Casey Gale for what you did.
Oh no, Scott was the only
Oh,
one I
never mind.
apologized to.
All right, that's all. That's all I care about because I have much respect for what Scott does. I love the kid and stuff like that. So like I just didn't like that you did that on his show and stuff like that because like Russo means a lot to Scott and stuff. So that's why I was like I hope you apologize to Scott. So
Oh no, I
that's
apologize
that.
to Scott. Even like, I can see through Russo and what kind of snake he is. I can see the fact that he's using Scott to make fun of him. The show that they have now, Beauty and the Beast, it's so blatantly obvious.
Yeah, I agree
Uh,
with you on that. I'll agree with. I mean, again, listen, it's his choice. At the end of the day, Scott, if he wants to still be on, that's his choice. You know what I mean? We can give him advice. Hey, it's not for you. Is it for you? But it's his choice. You know what I mean? End of the day. And I'll be real with you. We met Scott Casey Gale WrestleCon. We met him, and he seemed like he was having a blast. He was having a blast
Yeah.
meeting Russo, meeting Jeff Lane. He had a fucking blast. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, honestly, WrestleCon I think we probably mentioned this in the videos already, but the reason I liked WrestleCon so much better than Access is because, and I think Chase mentioned this too, your chances of meeting a superstar at Access is very slim unless you get the VIP Platinum package. It's a very slim chance. Whereas WrestleCon, there are so many wrestlers there. I mean, there'll be a line for the big ones. Like I know Rey Mysterio had a huge line. I think Pentagon Jr. had a huge line. Rob Van Dam had a huge line. But there are wrestlers who are there, or personalities that are there, and there's so many of them that you could just go through and get through a line pretty quickly. Like I met Tully Blanchard of the Four Horsemen, probably one of the favorites that I met at WrestleCon, and I waited in line for all of 5 minutes. It just took that line, and it just bounced from next person to the next person.
I met Ricochet. I met Matt Seidel. I met Eddie Edwards. We met Abyss. I met Melissa Santos and Maxine. We met the we met the whole What Culture crew. We met Brian Zane
Yep. We did Hernandez. Remember we caught him in the hallway?
for free. We got a
Yeah.
freebie for Ernie. He's like,
Yep.
he was like, hurry the fuck. He was like, hurry the fuck up before they make me charge you. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And to answer
that cardboard, Kevin.
And to answer Michael Corden's question, do you have to pay for autographs? I mean, people. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Yes, it varies. So, there's usually a fee for either a photo and autograph, and then there's a combo package. I mean, I think the most I saw was 40. And I think it was for Kurt. We didn't stick around that very long because it got packed pretty quick, and we kind of marked out for everybody.
Iron Sheik charges $50 just for a video message.
I mean, it's the Iron Sheik. He's to be fair, it's
It's
Iron
worth
Sheik.
it though.
Yeah, it really is. If you can get him to say like, honestly, actually, the more I think about it now, I kind of wish he just did like a FU video of OK Fabe. That you can't. That's a video intro gold. To have every single yeah, can you imagine that? Like, it's like, hi, I'm Connor, aka OK Fabe, and this is my video. Fucking OK Fabe. That's money right there.
Fucking that jabroni kayfabe, okay. He delete a bring me the camel clutch, break his back and make him humble. Fuck that jabroni. Fuck that jabroni, Jewish jabroni. I'm just saying.
That would be that's money well spent. Because you really think about it, that's what he's doing.
Have you guys
definitely.
listened to the
I'd
whole
probably
fucking
shout
show?
out $50 for Iron Sheik to say, "Fuck anyone that came out."
That'd be
put
great.
him in the camel clutch and make him humble.
Yeah, have you guys seen the whole fucking show, that wrestling podcast, Kevin Scampoli and stuff?
Yeah.
No? Yeah, I love their outro. It's like Jake the Snake Roberts is saying it,
Oh
and
yeah.
Kevin,
Oh,
and then Kevin Campoli goes, "I almost fucked it up. You did fucked it up, you piece of shit." I laugh every time I hear it. So funny.
So I mean, it's just as far as the WrestleMania trip, it was a blast. It was worth every penny. But just be prepared to, not just drop a good chunk of change just to get the initial package together, but also for plane tickets, as well as
Food and
merch. Well, food wasn't too bad once we
cheap
found
foods.
the cheap eats.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you.
But
I'll,
Guys,
I'll be.
any
Re-
up on
I'm
any?
trying to,
I'll
I'm
I'll be
trying to
rude.
save up so I can go next year to see it live. I definitely want. Even if I
So-
have to play my guitar on street corners for change, I'm gonna go. So
I'll
bad.
put it.
Like,
I'll put it. Sorry, Jeff. Go ahead.
No, it's all right, man. I was just saying though.
I'll say this though, for those of you out there, and I'm gonna make a video on this. Tips for people who want to do WrestleMania 33, because I've had people tell me, through social media, and I'm sure Connor, even you, and even Matt.
Yeah,
that,
a lot of people have been asking me like what the advice is.
No, like they feel motivated to go to WrestleMania now because of the vlogs, not just our vlog, but everyone else's. It is simple, really. The best way to go at it is simply save your money. Start saving now, which I'm doing right now as we speak, which I'm doing now. Number two.
Go ahead.
What were you gonna say?
No, go ahead.
I got you. Also, is if you want to go with the travel pack. What's up, Chase Allen? What's up, brother? Go with the travel package. And if you're gonna do it, and if you're gonna do it, do it with groups of friends. Don't do it by yourself. Do it with people that you know that are about it. Not those that say, "Oh, I want to do it," and then push come to shove. Oh, you know what?
So I'll get more into this in probably a separate video if people want to know. But the travel package is honestly the best deal, because at the end of the day you get tickets for everything. So if you want to sell them, go for it. It's a funny story. Steven convinced me towards like the last month and a half to go to WrestleCon, so we went. But it was the same day that we had access tickets because they randomly assign you the access tickets sessions. So I said, "Shit, that means we'd have to go from WrestleCon to access to the Hall of Fame, like boom, boom, boom." So I ended up trading out by selling the Saturday tickets and buying Friday ones as far as access, so we could take our time and enjoy everything. But the package covered pretty much everything we needed. Hotel. It covered all the shows, but the price on the package depends on two factors: how long you're going to be there, meaning your hotel, and how many people are going to be in your group. So you can do up to 4, and if you do, the more people that get on your group, the less it is per person. So I think we did out the math, and individually, me, Steven, and Matt each would have been a little under $1,500 each for the whole thing. Now, remind you, that's hotel, NXT Takeover, 2 accesses, WrestleMania, Hall of Fame, and the Raw after. And we had some damn good seats for all of those.
Yeah, anything about it too. The disadvantages though, you don't know where you have an idea what section you're sitting in, but you don't know what number. Like, yeah, I'm sitting in this exact seat.
Yeah, that was the only disadvantage.
But
sorry, Jeff, you were gonna ask something?
No, I was saying I saw you.
Jeff, you can speak a little loud, dude. I hear you like mad low.
Sorry. I was saying I saw your guys' seats at Raw and WrestleMania and shit, and I'm like, God damn, those are good seats.
Yeah, we actually lucked out. We lucked out big time. So so as Steven was saying, the funny thing was we didn't know where the hell we were seating until, the first week of February, I think, maybe the second. We had no clue. We generally knew where we were sitting, but we didn't know we were like. Honestly, I think the best seats were Raw and Hall of Fame. I mean, WrestleMania is WrestleMania, but
Nah, dude.
I think Raw and Hall of Fame were the best seats.
I think that was probably the best seats we had for Mania. For me, that was my second Mania. That was the best. That was the best. That was probably.
We were only like 18 rows from the front of the ring, so we weren't that far away.
Yeah, exactly. And then the fact that we were also with the youth. Yeah, it was taking calls after Jeff will take some more calls. All right, guys, so don't worry. But it's one of those things again. It's a weekend that I'll never forget. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a nice way. That's a nice neutral way of putting it.
Exactly. Come on, like,
You owe me a chair.
I know I do. I gotta buy you a chair. I gotta buy you the
No,
chair.
you just need to pay it off from the hotel because that was a damn it.
I'll start sending you in parts.
No, you need to send it to me in full because they don't let me. They charge me all at once.
All right, fine. I'll send it to you soon. But
Thank you.
other than
Fucking
that, other than that
sick
though,
asshole. Work.
sorry, okay, it happens. But other than
You
that
didn't.
though, again, WrestleMania guys, if you're gonna do it, do it. Don't be one of these guys that say, "Oh, cause I know people like that. That say, "Oh, I'm about it. I'm about it. I'm about it," and then when push comes to shove, they're not about it. If you
The
want,
pack.
listen,
I was just
you know,
gonna say packages start going on sale probably around the same time they did this year or last year. So be prepared like October 1st.
not even that, but
Yeah.
WWE will put you off guard. They'll literally hit you like literally. It's Raw.
They've never done that before though. That's what pissed me off the most.
It's Monday Night Raw, and breaking news: trial packs go on sale next week at noon. Be
I
ready.
was like, fuck.
Exactly.
That would piss me off because I'd be at work at that time.
Well,
That's why.
it's funny you mentioned that. So I don't know if you guys knew this story too. So it just happened to work out that I was the only one that was off the day the travel packages went on sale. I was the only one out of me, Matt, and Steven. And oh man, I was fucking with Steven the whole day, and it was so much fun.
Yeah.
I kept telling him everything under the sun went wrong, everything. So, which by the way, that didn't end. The Raw that we went to, I told him I gave him the ticket, and he believed me for like half the trip. Like we were walking halfway to the arena. I'm like, "Do you have your ticket?" He's like, "No." And he fucking had a panic attack. Then I handed him the ticket as before he walked in the door. But
No. I think what the funny one, Mania Sunday, where like you got the tickets and you went out with the 7-Eleven. You're like shit. You left your wallet at 7-Eleven and shit with the ticket inside, something like that. I thought it was
yeah,
funny.
oh yeah. So what happened was it was the Sunday of Mania, and yeah, watching Steven squirm was the best. You can't put a price tag on misery. So here's what happened. We had went to Access early that morning, and we didn't really stick around too long. We took a couple of photo ops. The big thing for me was I want to take a photo inside the elimination chamber because they had a full chamber set up at the Access, which was kind of cool. So let's do a couple things there. We'll do the chamber, and then we'll get the hell out of Dodge because that way we have enough time to get back, get on the bus, and blah blah blah. So we went to 7-Eleven, and we came back to the hotel, and Matt, I told him right before we got in the doorway, I said, Matt, I want you to know that I'm going to tell Steven that I put the tickets down at the counter at 7-Eleven, like 2 miles back, and I'm going to sprint out the door. So that's exactly what I did. So I'm like, oh shit. And I literally dropped everything in my hand and literally sprint out the door. And I just closed the door behind me and I listened to Steven going like, yo, fuck, man, if that's fucking mania, dude. There's no way those things are there. Matt's like, just calm down. He's like, no, man, and I could hear him breathing heavy.
I remember, it was WrestleMania 21. Just watching it at home, like not live because I bought the DVD. This is before I was ordering pay-per-views and stuff. But when after it came out on DVD and I'm watching it, they aired the video package for 22, and then they show footage of the arena where it was going to air the next year, and there were already people in line buying tickets that same night.
Yikes. That's crazy.
And
I mean,
I know they don't do that anymore.
well, it's funny because
the same thing happened because I was trying to go to 21, and my mom and I we went to go get tickets, and then like we were literally next in line. They're like, "Yep, sold out." We're like, "Fuck."
so I mean, the travel packages will be the first thing that go on sale for 33, and they'll probably go if they're gonna go based off what they did last year. Oh, that was what I wanted to say. I need to give a huge mega shout out once again to Stevie Breach, who helped me a lot, not just with the videos that he did right before WrestleMania 32 travel packages came out, but I also had a lot of conversations with him on Twitter about the process, and he was a huge help in that. So just a big shout out to Stevie Breach, who has been to, I think it was, what was it, Steven, 7 out of the last 8 WrestleManias?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so he knows his shit. So huge
veteran.
mega shout out to
Mania.
Stevie Breach for all his help
Mania.
with that.
Mania
Yeah,
veteran.
Breach actually when I was doing SummerSlam and stuff, he helped me out with SummerSlam because I asked him like because like he's in California like I am, So I asked him, what does he do and stuff like that, and he says it depends on your situation and stuff. And I asked him like about accesses and stuff like that, like if it's worth going or like some of these extra stuff. And he told me like, nah, just go to the show sometimes, or like if you already got the autographs you want, you don't really need to go get them and stuff. So he's very helpful when it comes to
Yeah.
that. So if you guys ever have questions, Steven Breach is really good at it.
You know, I
Yes.
thought about that. Did they already did they do a travel package similar for Mania for like the SummerSlam 3-night thing?
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
Yes.
It's
So
a
I'm actually
small-
looking those up right now. Actually,
It's a small fraction though, but I'll be
it's
honest.
not
Still,
as
I
it's
mean,
not
like,
as
think
it's not as
about the-
grandiose.
it's
Yeah.
not as grandiose as Mania, but you got it because you know almost every wrestling promotion under the sun tries to find a way into the same area as Mania because you're gathering all the wrestling fans from around the world
Yeah.
into one town or city or whatever.
Yeah.
So I understand that, but it's like from the product at
Hey
hand,
Jeff, I'm gonna take some more calls, all right, brother?
All right,
from the
man.
product
David,
at
call again,
hand,
brother.
I
He's
think WWE would deliver a lot more like in the summer, especially like this coming when you got guys like Seth coming back and Cena and stuff.
I mean, listen,
You're gonna have Takeover in Brooklyn,
yeah, you are.
all right, and then you're gonna have SummerSlam in Brooklyn, and then the Raw the next night in Brooklyn.
In the same building, back to back to back.
Exactly.
The thing about it is, though, again, you know, again, listen, it's cheaper. But then again, for me, I might do SummerSlam. I might do NXT, but I might not even do Raw.
Hey, all the SummerSlam packages are still available from what it looks like.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
So here's the deal. There are 3 travel packages for. Damn, these are not that bad actually. There are 3 travel packages for SummerSlam. Essentially, what you get for the lowest one is you get lower level tickets for NXT Saturday night, SummerSlam Sunday night, and Raw Monday night. You also get round trip subway transportation, 3 nights hotel at Times Square. Wow, that's pretty nice. And a breakfast slam session with WWE superstars the Sunday morning before SummerSlam.
Interesting.
The platinum package gets you the same thing, but it's floor seating for NXT, SummerSlam, and Monday Night Raw. And then finally, what's called the Big Apple package, which is the biggest one they have, I believe. Let me just confirm that. Yes. Is ringside for all 3 shows, the Breakfast Slam session, exclusive reception with WWE superstars, something called the Freedom Tour as well too on Monday before Raw. So
I
it's not
remember.
bad.
I remember there was a package for 29, WrestleMania 29, right? One of I think like the big package was in the package included a tour of WWE headquarters in Connecticut.
Damn, that'd be a good one. All right, here you go. I'm just looking at the.
And by the way, we have Michael Corvin's on the air right now. 773. What's up, Corvin?
And also, I remember last year they had fucking horse riding with the legends. You can go ride horses with the legends. I was like, who the fuck would buy that just to go?
Oh,
horse
that was this year.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was 31. 31 also had the same
No.
ride or something like that.
Who wants
Yeah, that-
who wants to go horse riding with Pat Patterson? Pat Patterson. Michael Corbin,
No.
what's up, brother?
Not much. Just here watching TV, listening to you guys.
Hey, Mike.
So,
Mike, did you leave him a voicemail for tomorrow's shitbox?
was going to, but now I'm not so sure I will.
Wow,
I don't know if I
Mike.
should or not.
Mike,
What?
I got your text about calling in wrestling soup, but if I had fucking reception at the AT&T Stadium, I would have.
Yeah.
Uh,
You know,
I didn't want you to think I was ignoring you.
yeah. You know
No,
what's
I
funny?
know. I got your message and I just didn't respond.
Nah, you know what's crazy?
I certainly deleted the shit, but
You know what's crazy?
yeah, I mean, it's
so-
kind of a crapshoot getting on that show after Mania. But you can still try and call into the shitbox for their Saturday morning show. Leave a voicemail for them. So I don't know.
Don't
if
forget
you
to
want to do
enter
that or
yourself
whatever, but
into the Joey Numbers Gay Uncle Contest.
So it was funny though. So we're gonna say so during WrestleMania, Wrestling Soup tweets the Team Up podcast like, yeah, he's Heels Mania. I'm like, shit.
Wait, what happened?
So during
He tweeted about you.
so
You got
to-
plugged.
so during WrestleMania, right? Wrestling Soup on Twitter promotes the
That's not a nice way to put it.
No. He pretty much mentioned at TEAMHEEL podcast. It's pretty much heels mania tonight because pretty much every heel is winning, right? All the heels are winning at WrestleMania.
Oh. You took it like as a plug when he wasn't even talking about you.
No, but he tweeted at TEAMHEEL podcast. So he tweeted at TEAMHEEL
I
podcast.
can
okay.
confirm that he was actually talking about Steven. He was mentioning the Team Heel podcast. And, Anthony Mission, the Wrestling Soup's a podcast that's on every Thursday night and every Saturday morning or Sunday morning, and after the pay-per-views and
They're
stuff.
on almost between Missionary and Joey. They are on almost every day of the week because Missionary ends up on Don Tony's show on Monday sometimes, and Sundays
Well,
he ends
he's
doing.
usually
He
for
does the
DP
pass.
or for Kevin Castle.
Yeah.
And then he's got, and then people have Mish as a guest on a lot of other shows because he's a big speaker, good talker. Mike skills are great. We don't know ring skills yet, but that's okay. Basically, him and Joey are like Enzo and Cass. Joey is the mouthpiece and does all the work, and then Mish comes in to clean house, and that's how that goes.
Yeah.
Speaking of
But did you have a question? Because
Yeah,
I want.
Gray Moogly. What is this? Ooh.
What happened? What happened, Steven?
The
Nothing.
picture.
Nothing.
Don't worry about it.
Nothing at all.
Don't worry about it.
I just want to see if Steven would react to that on the air.
Want to make a wish to those Dragon Balls.
Send them Dragon Balls my way.
He's looking at a nude picture of New Day in the Saiyan outfit, so continue.
Okay.
Okay, then. Yeah, so what did you guys think of Enzo and Cass's debut on Raw?
Holy shit. It's such a pop. Such a goddamn pop, and well-deserved.
My name is Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. I love that shtick. I love it.
I loved, I'm not gonna lie, I laughed my ass off with the Devon Lazy Eye comment.
Couple haters.
I didn't even notice that Devon had a lazy eye to begin with. That was funny.
Make this
But,
back
you guys, they actually are on that. Stone Cold actually just did a podcast with them. I was listening to it a little earlier, but
I was thinking about
Enzo,
downloading that later.
Yeah, pretty good stuff. I mean, apparently Enzo has just literally never read a book in his life. Ever.
I hated that podcast.
According to him.
Enzo Amore is such a fucking tool.
Well, man, cut him some slack, man. He was basically abused by Bill DeMott in training.
And I can see why now. If I was building him out, I would abuse him too.
Yeah, but it ain't all about in the ring. His mic skills and charisma are more than enough to carry him, and no one's ever going to accuse Enzo of being the greatest wrestler in the world. He don't need to do that much. He does a little bit. He gets it. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the one thing I will say, because I've been hearing rumors. Now I don't know if WWE is gonna follow through with this. I know that on the end of the Dudleys, Bubba wants this, and it could happen. If it did, this would be the perfect way to play it up. Bubba Ray, especially, he wants his girlfriend Velvet to join WWE, and she could take the Stacy Keibler role as the Duchess of Dudleyville. And if they did the feud with Enzo and Cass, and then they bring in Velvet Sky under whatever name they would use, then that could be the excuse to bring up Carmella, because they didn't bring her out with her. She's part of the package.
Who cares about Carmella?
As far as I know, they have no plans to bring her up to the main roster right now.
People don't care about Carmella because she's part of the act. It's a
Well, that's the
act.
only thing.
But
part of the act, she's actually a
Spin-off
spin-off character.
What does she add to the act? She doesn't add anything to the act.
And this is Carmella, and she's sexy as hell, and you can't teach that. There's your.
She's basically the valet for Enzo and Cass.
Yeah.
So it kind of
She's a spin-off
got a
character
tag match.
of the tag team.
But But to Chase's point, you saw the pop they got without her.
That's true. I'll give you that. But I was just saying, like, if the
I
WWE,
just feel like sometimes you're too much of a big women's wrestling fan, and you want the women to get too much love. Look, Carmella, she's not main roster ready. If she gets on the main
Although,
roster, she'll choke.
the main roster in terms of like this new women's division, hell no. And truth be told, I agree with you because I feel like when they decided to bring up Charlotte, Sasha, and Becky all at once, that kind of was a low blow to the NXT division of women because outside of Asuka and Bailey, and then you still got Alexa Bliss, who I'm surprised that she's not coming up anytime soon. Like that's your top three. I mean, sure, there's Nia Jax, but okay, there's your little Mount Rushmore of top women. Besides that, nobody is really getting development yet of like doing anything impactful. The women's division in NXT is under construction, and so they need like a few uh, in-ring generals to help develop. And so like that's why you keep a Carmella there. But I feel that like when they brought up Emma recently for Mania, that's an idea to bring someone back down like Paige because they're doing shit with her.
Well, I think that I was just thinking they'd bring up Carmel because she completes the act, and she kind of does serve a purpose as a valet because they're in a tag team. Let's just say they're against, I don't know, let's just say there's going to be feud with the Dudleys. The Dudleys want to get some extra heat on themselves. They can go, screw with Carmella for a bit, and then Enzo or Cass can go blast Bubba or Devon. That gets the crowd to cheer. That gets more cheers and I guess good heat on Enzo and Cass. So she kind of does add something a little bit. Plus, she's nice to look at.
I can just picture Carmella. I can just picture.
Here's the thing, though.
I can just.
Women managers suck today because they can get heat, but the thing is, guys can't give them heat, so they're just useless. To me, y'all are overrating the value of Carmella. She adds nothing to me to the shtick. Enzo Amore and Big Cass were fine without her. When they brought her in, sure, whatever, they were still fine. And I'm pretty sure they'll succeed on the main roster. And not having Carmella is not the end of the world. Why are we discussing?
No, I mean it's not the end of the world, but I still think that
I'll say this. I'll say
how Carmella. No, Steven, hold up. We're sitting here. There's other topics to talk about, and yet we're wondering what's the future of Carmella with Enzo and Big Cass. Like, oh, she's a deal breaker. This will make Enzo and Cass more over than they already are if they have Carmella. Like, no.
If anything, they would bring her in to break the team up.
It's ridiculous that we're talking like Carmella's like Brock Lesnar.
No, it's because like women get used under certain roles, especially with tag teams. And like a lot of people, when she first came in, they thought she was going to be used to break up the team, and that didn't happen. But now on the main roster, I think that could eventually be the case.
And I think that
listen.
no,
I'll be real. All I want to do is see Carmella in a leopard bikini. I'll just be real with you. Tan body, leopard bikini.
I can agree with that.
It's like if Blake and Murphy come up and they don't have Alexa Bliss, I'm not going to sit there being like, oh no, they don't have Alexa Bliss.
I would think they would need to because they can call it Alexa Bliss without Blake and Murphy. Blake and Murphy are basically what Test and Albert were when they had Trish Stratus, and Trish ended up being the star of that team. That's what they are down there. That's basically being used as a reason to keep Alexa Bliss on TV and to give Blake and Murphy something to do, but we all know that that's going to end up like Test and Albert back in the day, where Test and Albert are going to be like, they're this decent tag team, really nothing to them. They're kind of boring, but they got a hot chick with them who occasionally gets in the ring or occasionally just helps them win matches. But eventually, when they split the hot chick away from the two boring dudes, the hot chick's going to become a big star, and those two guys are just going to become like nobodies. That's exactly what I see when I see Blake and Murphy. I see Test and Albert from 2016. Two guys who are okay in the ring, okay on the mic, but there's nothing really to them. But they have a cute chick with them who's hot and can wrestle.
Now we're comparing Alexa Bliss to Trish Stratus. I might have to drinking. This is ridiculous.
Well, you gotta remember.
I mean, again.
Do we have other topics, please? Like, I'm being dead serious. The fact that we're talking about female managers who don't bring anything to the company anymore because the wrestlers can't get heat off of them. They're just kind of there. They're no importance to this company. It's like
Well, in the
the
case of
manager.
Blake,
You put a man with Eva Marie, you're damn sure he's gonna get heat.
Yeah, but the thing is, no one benefits from it because yeah, they're gonna get heat. But the thing is, if Eva Marie keeps on helping the guy win, makes the guy look weak as fuck, and also none of the guys can get retribution on Eva Marie because the guys can't touch the women wrestlers. It's just a waste of time.
I kind of agree to a point. I was only comparing the team to Trish. I was only comparing Alexa to Trish because one, that's kind of what her nickname was down to be performance, and they call her Baby Trish. And two, is because if you look at Blake Murphy and Alexa Bliss, who do you think is actually going to be the star out of those three? You think Blake and Murphy are actually going to be called up and actually be a threat in the tag team division?
None of those three are stars. Why are we calling these guys stars? What the fuck?
I said, which one do you think would be a star out of those three? If you had to make.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss is a hot little piece of ass, but other than that, she's not a star.
I don't even know why they call her Mini Trish. She looks more like a midget version of Kelly. But that's all. That's my end of that discussion.
Okay, then you guys want to discuss how much bullshit there was with the Brock Lesnar winning at WrestleMania?
I agree.
I honestly do not want to hear.
Listen.
On Lesnar fan. So unless
I just posted about that.
I agree. I
page.
agree. Reigns should have won. I mean, not Reigns. Ambrose should have won.
Right. Imagine
Reigns already did
Brock Lesnar versus Rey Mysterio now.
Ambrose should have won. But at the same time, come on. Do you really think Dean Ambrose was gonna beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania?
No. It's a fucking street fight.
I was telling people that Brock Lesnar probably will win. Like Ambrose should win, but Brock Lesnar's probably going to win because there's more investment with Lesnar than there is in Ambrose. Like money terms and visuals. And
so there's more money in Lesnar with everyone. Is Lesnar ever going to lose, or is he just going to continue to go on to be Suplex Cena and just win all the time? And if he does lose, he'll lose in a way where he's protected and nothing really hurts him.
No,
because they book him like a god. At this point,
he beat the streak, and he's legit. He was the most legit guy who, like, if someone was going to beat the streak, it had to be. I mean, it was either going to have to be a new guy like Roman Reigns or somebody like that who should have, or someone who seemed the most legit. You have someone that decorated like Brock Lesnar, all right?
Okay, but
Of course,
but
go ahead.
Yeah, you go ahead. You go, then I'll go, and then. I don't know.
No, what I'm saying is just like when it came to like Brock Lesnar, he's still got the streak on his shoulders. So it's like whoever beats him, then they have that credibility of okay, I beat the guy who beat the streak, and it's like that plays a big part of like okay, this is why matches where Brock Lesnar doesn't win, he doesn't get pinned. All right, when the triple threats happened, like at 31, Seth pinned Roman. When they did the other triple threat between Seth, Cena, and Brock, stuff like that, you know, and it's just like the streak is still intact, but now with Brock Lesnar, and it's like sure Dean could have won here, and to a degree it would have made sense because look at when Brock Lesnar first came back, the only time he ever lost was when weapons played intact. Triple H beat him with the sledgehammer. John Cena beat him with his old word-like chain. You know, so it's just like those are things where it's like, okay, he can lose, but it's gonna be something bullshit. Undertaker beat him by kicking him in the nuts, so that's really bullshit. But the fact is that like they are trying to keep it so legitimate and keep his credibility so up because of how well decorated he is as a legit real person, and that's playing into effect here. But unfortunately, the only time he's gonna lose is going to be a clean loss to John Cena and Roman Reigns, because those are the only two really big things that are left for Brock Lesnar, unless they bring in The Rock.
John Cena.
Okay, so then John Cena or Roman Reigns will beat Brock Lesnar clean. But Lesnar has these, and Brock Lesnar, if I'm not mistaken, has all these UFC and MMA credentials.
Mm-hmm.
He shrugged off death. He beat the guy who was pretty much thought to be unbeatable and indestructible at WrestleMania. Yet John Cena or Roman Reigns are going to be able to beat this guy clean as a sheet in a regular match with no weapons at all. Fair, straight up, no bullshit. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, and we're gonna hate it.
It's
we're
what the
going to hate
people want, Michael.
I'm gonna hate it because it's gonna be pretty much unbelievable because nobody's been able to beat this guy in a regular fight or in a street fight with weapons. I mean, Cena beat him by hitting him with an AA on the steel steps. Reigns couldn't beat him. He lost because of interference, but still, he didn't win. Triple H beat him with a pedigree on steel steps, and Taker beat him by kicking him in the nuts and slapping the submission hold on him, and Lesnar faked passing out. So really, nobody who beats Lesnar is going to be believable because
the angry Martyrs question. I got a legit question, so hurry up, Michael.
All right, so here's the thing, Mike, and to your credit, to your point, I see your point.
Yeah,
but
that's around the point.
On the flip side of that, though, how many times have we seen a wrestling match where someone kicks them in the gut, and it takes them what seems like an eternity to do a move to them while they're just standing there in the middle of the ring hunched over? Yep. That's not believable. There's a lot of things about professional wrestling that, let's be completely honest here, that aren't believable. That sense.
The ladder match that opened the show, Ziggler was like okay super kicking people, and then once he was climbing the ladder, he acted like he couldn't climb.
Miz sat on top of the ladder and waited a full 5 minutes, waiting for Ryder to push him off.
Yeah.
I mean, believability with wrestling fans our age and people who have or quote unquote know the business, it's not, believability is kind of a very thin line, if that makes any sense.
And the theme with Lesnar is this: you talk about Lesnar's previous losses. They covered that up. They covered it up because
they don't even want to talk about it.
Rock was still recovering from diverticulitis, and they made that Cena win a statement that this is a new Brock Lesnar. And the problem is that yes, it's not believable now that Roman Reigns could beat Brock Lesnar, because the thing is, when Roman Reigns was an unknown mystery guy, it's like a UFC fight. How many people were thinking, oh, Chris Weidman's going to beat Anderson Silva? Not a lot of people, and yet Chris Weidman did. That's what Roman Reigns was.
Twice.
He was an unknown mystery guy. Yeah, Steven, can I please just fucking talk, dude?
Sorry.
I know Chris Weidman won twice. The second time was bullshit. Anderson broke his leg. So anyways, Reigns was an unknown mystery guy. Yeah, people are going to be like, well, if Lesnar can be Undertaker, how can Reigns beat Lesnar? It's like, well, that's the thing. We don't know if Reigns can be Undertaker because we never seen Reigns versus Undertaker. This guy is fresh. This guy is new. We don't know what this guy can do. That's why Reigns, if he beat Lesnar, it would be believable. The thing is, they need to build someone up who we haven't seen wrestle guys that are big names, like the Cenas and the blah, blah, blahs, the Ordens of the world, that we know could possibly beat Brock Lesnar. Beating Lesnar is believable. You just have to do it with a mystery guy. Maybe Corbin's that guy. Apollo Crews, that's a huge stretch, but maybe he's that guy. But there's guys out there on the roster that are believable because you can have that unknown person come out of nowhere and win. We have seen underdogs win in real life, even against a guy like Brock Lesnar. Now, I'm not talking about some fucking vanilla midget like Finn Balor hitting 8 coup d'etats to beat Brock Lesnar. I'm talking about just some random ass kicker coming out of nowhere, just beating them. Like the way you're saying it, it's like saying that, oh, when Goldberg won the WCW title, that's not believable. How could Goldberg, with beating up jobbers every week, beat Hulk Hogan? It's like that's the point. We never seen Goldberg face off against Hulk Hogan. That's the thing. Could Hulk Hogan survive against Goldberg? That's why you can book it to be believable. The only problem is if you have Reigns beat him. And the thing is, you can go back to the Reigns match. I just don't think it would have the same unique feeling if Reigns won, because we saw that Lesnar was on the ropes against Roman Reigns. Who would have known if never came out if Reigns would have beat Lesnar? That's the thing that you're not throwing in there. You're just looking at, oh, Lesnar's being booked as too unstoppable, and whoever beats him goes over like a fart in church. And I do agree to that extent that it's going to be hard to freaking make someone believable to beat Lesnar. But if you have an unknown come in, it's just like in fighting, it's just like in sports, anything can happen. So this whole like
Sure.
your whole little pissy fit over, we can't believe that this guy can beat Brock Lesnar because he beat the Undertaker at Mania. Well, if this guy never faced Undertaker at WrestleMania, if this guy never faced Undertaker before, and he's just some unknown, it could be believable.
And and to your point, Chase, too, I'm not a big fan of the whole, well, he beat him, so therefore this. I mean, I hate that fucking chain shit because it's wrestling. Okay, you know, in theory, that you're saying that because Hulk Hogan beat Andre the Giant, he should be able to beat Big Show. You know what I mean? Like stupid shit like that. I hate that whole.
No, but the thing is also too. The thing is also too, Connor. Let's look at this. Chris Benoit beat Triple H all the time. Triple H could never beat Chris Benoit. But yet Randy Orton beat Chris Benoit every single time. Yet Randy Orton couldn't beat Triple H. So where's the believability in that? If Randy Orton can beat a guy, why are we questioning that? That's what I'm saying. It's like
WWE can make, and to their credit, and sometimes people don't give WWE credit for this, they can make something look. They're very good at hiding flaws to when they really need to when it comes to building a match. So, for example, you know, Brock Lesnar lost. You know what I found funny? Brock Lesnar fought Big Show at Survivor Series 02 for the WWE title and lost. And he didn't beat him in a normal one-on-one match for quite a while, actually, now that I think about it. And yet when he fought him at that Garden event they did, I think right before Roadblock, I don't think they mentioned it once, did they?
Yeah, they did. They mentioned that.
Yeah, they mentioned that the last time they were at the Garden, Big Show beat Lesnar, but they didn't mention the struggle of beating them.
Right, they didn't mention the whole thing outright, but
they didn't mention that the heel turn with Heyman, none of that.
Nope. Right, exactly. So they're good at hiding stuff or building it the way they want to create an intriguing match that you want to see. So
let's
Dave.
I just want to end the conversation by saying this. Okay.
We love you, Michael.
They made such an emphasis.
I get it. I'm an idiot. I'll hang up now. I get it. I was wrong for questioning the line.
No, you're not wrong. No, you're not wrong.
I'm done. You're right.
But hear me out.
It was stupid of me to question.
No. Hear me out. I just want you to understand something.
No, don't question. It's just that the way you make it. Like, I get it. You don't like Lesnar. I don't fucking like Lesnar either. I fucking hate the dude. I think he's boring and lazy. But to me, but for me, I'm just saying it's believable. When you go on this whole tirade that it's not believable that this guy can lose, it's like, the fuck, do you watch other sports besides wrestling? Because I've seen like some of the shittiest teams win NFL games. I've seen some of the weirdest Super Bowl outcomes. It's like the New York Giants. No one believed that they could beat the Patriots. It wasn't believable. But guess what? They did. They shocked the world. They ended the undefeated Tom Brady, Randy Moss connection Patriots with Teddy Bruce.
I don't like talking about that.
Oh yeah,
I guess the whole point.
Connor, I'm not gonna lie. I always forget that you're a sports fan and stuff because like we barely talk sports if anything. So I always forget that you're like a Boston fan.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
or another example. The 2004, the Pistons and the Lakers NBA Finals.
Yeah.
And the Pistons beat the Lakers all 4 games in a row.
You know,
I just don't want to make you seem like we're attacking you, Michael. That's not.
That's why I'm trying to. That's why I want to say this to him real quick because this will help understand it. And like this is what you have to understand about like wrestling as a business. The wrestling will do some type of crazy bullshit where they will say like at WrestleMania 31 they made such an emphasis that Brock Lesnar hit Roman Reigns with 3 F5s. All right, and let's say Roman Reigns would have won. And then he lost the title to one bro kick. Let's say that would have happened the following month. That wouldn't have made fucking sense at all. That someone who could take 3 F5s, the same amount of time, like he kicks out of 3 F5s, everything it took to beat The Undertaker, and then he loses to one bro kick. WWE will do that to you.
I got another great one. Michael, you know who the last Cruiserweight champion was in WWE, right?
There we go.
Yeah, Hornswoggle.
There's my point right there.
Don't question the logic. Fuck it.
It's what the people want, Michael.
God damn it, please, no more. I saw Matt does enough of that, and that was it's terrible when he does a Vince McMahon impression. It really is.
Oh,
all
wait.
I guess I was all I was trying to get at was that maybe they could have given Ambrose a lucky win in the street fight because they had him. They had him, but they had Mick Foley and Terry Funk kind of fast.
That's why he needed it. That's why he needed it, because they built him up in a way where it's like they passed him the torch. And it's like,
And
I kind of felt like if you're gonna beat Lesnar, you could at least go fucking crazy, hit him with everything you can find—a kitchen sink, a chair, light him on fire, kick him in the nuts or something.
Yeah, that was supposed to be quote unquote Ambrose's house, his specialty.
That's what I was
so
like.
It's like that's why
I guess Lesnar could use it too, but it's like just fucking go after him. If you gotta just fight dirty, fight dirty. Just keep kicking him in the nuts all day because he doesn't wear a cup. Lesnar doesn't wear a cup despite being kicked in the nuts quite a few times.
But the thing
he
is
would
this.
learn it except the first time.
The thing is also this. You also have to remember there was a Hell in a Cell match that was going to have that crazy ass insane spot that had to come later that night. And if they would have went insane hardcore with blood and barbed wire, flames or whatever, some CZW shit. If they would have went to that extent, to as far as they could go under the PG label at WrestleMania, then that could have taken away what everybody really wanted to see. And so
I don't know about that. I mean, I think people would have still popped for that Shane spot regardless.
Everybody would have popped for it, but then people would have been throwing it up in
the damn top of the cell. They're gonna fucking cheer no matter what because that's gonna get everybody going. Holy shit! What the fuck? Oh my god, is he dead?
Yeah, but you gotta remember how big people popped at Joe for bleeding at Takeover. People love seeing blood.
We were there.
Right.
We were there.
And so like in a Brock Lesnar match, if you could get and that's the other thing. If you get Brock Lesnar to bleed, anybody who could get Brock Lesnar to bleed in a match, that's gonna be a major pop.
Break out your tampons.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for having me on, guys. Took up so much time, and yeah, Godspeed, live long and prosper, all that fun stuff.
All right,
man, Mike.
The man, Michael.
All right, man.
Peace out, Michael Corbin. All right, go take like maybe 2 more calls and then we're gonna wrap up this show, guys. But I mean, again, everyone has an opinion. At the end of the day, you know what I mean. If you like Brock, great. You don't like him, that's great also. You know what I mean.
It's weird. It's like I like Brock, but it's like I think like they need another character similar to Brock who doesn't have so many legit credentials, So it's like that because of all the real life credentials, it makes him superhuman.
All right, unknown number. Who this? It's Thunderstorm. It's God. It's who this?
That's some bootio parts.
I guess so.
What the hell?
I have no idea. Anywho.
Hello?
903, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up, Steven? It's your favorite Mark.
Was that just
Noah?
you?
Huh?
Was that you that just called in right before?
I don't think so.
What the hell was that?
No.
Weston, what's up, man?
Nothing much, man. But I'll get right to it. So, what would you guys do to make Dean Ambrose relevant? Because as we all know, he's suffering from, Bray Wyatt disease, where he gets infused and he just loses all of them. So that's my question. How would you guys, make Dean Ambrose actually seem like a competitive wrestler?
I have a debatable answer for that.
Shoot, Connor.
I have this weird feeling that Dave and Chase will probably disagree, but fuck it. Money in the Bank winner.
Ooh.
I think that's the only way you can save them. I think that's the only way you can save them.
No, there's another way.
That's the only way I think you can save Bray and Dean at this point. Just fucking throw the money on the bank on them.
Shit. I'd probably give it to Bray first. Fuck.
Like those are the old because like to me, I was more of like on board of AJ Styles winning the Money in the Bank, but since he's getting the title shot now, I think that right now Ambrose and Bray Wyatt aren't really the only 2 people that unless they really do a good job building up someone up until Money in the Bank. My decision stands that I agree, Connor. Like Dean, I think Dean. I would rather see Dean more than Bray because you guys know I don't really like Bray Wyatt, but those are the 2 guys who need it the most. Are
Cesaro.
Bray wins the briefcase and paints buzzards on it.
Yeah, but those are the only two people. Like, can you argue anyone else on the roster currently who needs Money in the Bank or could use it properly?
Cesaro.
Cesaro, actually.
I want to give
Cesaro would be a crowd favorite, but he doesn't need it. Like,
yeah, the thing with Cesaro,
Cesaro's gonna get a. I have a feeling Cesaro's getting a title shot in the next 3 months.
Actually, you know what, Dave? You're right. You know what he needs? He needs like a good, solid, lower or co-main event feud, like Jericho or even Bray. You know, something like that.
Cesaro should have been the fucking guy to end the John Cena U.S. Invitational.
That's how I would. That's how I would have booked it.
Because like Cesaro, because if you think about it, Cesaro's like that guy. Like if he were to win Money in the Bank, it'd be like Daniel Bryan winning in 2011, where it's like, yeah, cool, he won it, but is he really the guy that needs it? Because at that time, Wade Barrett really needed that Money in the Bank to kind of get his momentum back towards him. You know, like they make sure so that way WWE showed like, yeah, last year we fucked up with him, but we can just fix it with the Money in the Bank, no big deal type of person. So. Him and Sheamus were the two in that match actually. That really
it's a shame of bread, lobster head.
Lobster head.
Careless man who could wind up dead.
So they have the word that. So they have the term lobster head in Sheamus' theme song. Lobster
head. Yeah, lobster head.
Could have sworn he said lobster head. Hey, I'm gonna get the.
No, but there's a T-shirt on Barbershop Window that. Yeah, I know, great, right name. That actually has it's a picture of it's a silhouette of Sheamus's head, but they put it on a lobster and they put the name Lobster Head underneath it.
Speaking of T-shirts, so again, I had this idea. I'm talking with the panel here. What if I did like a damn Dixie shirt?
See, you do whatever you want over at Spreadshirt because now you can get the new OK Fabe T-shirts available exclusively at ProWrestlingTees.com. Ding.
Of course.
Here's my idea for Dean. All right, now you got Dean and you got Bray. These are the two top guys who really need something to bounce back from this bullshit that they've been getting over the past year. I agree, Bray Wyatt for Money in the Bank, he needs it. But Dean Ambrose, especially if you're going to have Roman Reigns, if Roman Reigns has to walk into WrestleMania 33 as champion, Dean Ambrose has to win the Royal Rumble.
You know what? The more I think about it, Bray has Rowan and Strowman to back him up. He has a gang, so he doesn't really.
So that makes sense.
He doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's the opposite. He doesn't because he can always rely on them for something else. Because no one's ever won the Money in the Bank, with the exception of Dolph, and that's a big kind of iffy. Who had a posse. Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, still, even if like they didn't get involved, or like if you have the Wyatts in a tag match at Money in the Bank, like if they're finally gonna challenge for the tag titles at Money in the Bank, which would be cool, then there's your excuse right there as to why the Wyatts are, because you got Luke Harper out with an injury, so that only leaves Eric Rowan and Strongman. And so you have them challenge for the titles that night and have it be some type of stipulation where they're really beat up. There's no way they're coming out. And then Bray just wins the Money in the Bank on his own. Now,
Why did he? Go ahead. Sorry, Dave.
So I'm just saying, like, that could work. And then, like, the story of Roman Reigns walking into WrestleMania as champion, and, like, you have a disgusted Dean Ambrose, like, dude, you used to be my brother, and like, what's happened to you? You know,
I'm not a good guy.
I'm not a bad guy. I'm the guy. I like that.
You got the guy and the man. Two members of the guy, the man, Dean Ambrose.
What was that, Chase?
I'm saying Ambrose and Reigns, if they have the dissension storyline, it would work better without the title, because we saw what happened to Triple H and Shawn Michaels when they put the title on the line. It just didn't happen. Like, it's just stupid. It's just stupid extra drama for no reason. Like, the whole storyline cannot be around the title, because it's like, yeah, you're sad that your best friend betrayed you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, when you have the title on the line, what's the storyline really about? Is it about the title, or is it about your best friend betraying you?
Oh, by the
Well,
way,
sometimes it's what the title has
But
done to the
hold
person.
up, Dave. I'm not done. I'm not done. Please let me finish.
Sure.
The whole thing is you're confusing your fans because then you're making the title feel like it's a secondary side object, it's a side piece to these two friendship, and that their friendship is greater than the title itself. So why should I give a fuck about the championship? It's just like in Triple H and Kurt Angle feud when they were doing it with Stephanie McMahon and stuff like that. Why should I care about the title when they obviously value the love of Stephanie McMahon
shit. Yeah,
10 times the WWF World Championship? So that's why I'm saying you don't do it with the title. If you do it with the title, you will ruin the feud. This feud is good enough with the title. The title can be on someone else who needs the championship, and you can have a championship feud while also having Reigns versus Ambrose, while whatever feuds you have. Doesn't that sound much better than wasting the title with a Reigns Ambrose? Oh, I can't believe you betrayed me, brother.
Actually, well, that might end up being like if somehow Reigns lost the title before SummerSlam, that could be SummerSlam right there.
Well, what I was going to say was
no title involved.
What I was going to say was to piggyback off what we were talking about, Reigns dropping the belt and bringing it back up, have his big profile match at SummerSlam. That's when you turn Dean heel or Roman heel, whichever, and you have Dean versus Roman carry you through the rest of 2016, and then 2017 it's Roman going back to the championship again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. There's your focus.
Well, I just want to ask this because like if the idea is to turn Roman heel, and they kind of teased like at the Royal Rumble the possibility of Bray Wyatt turning face.
I think they did that on Raw,
and they did that on Raw too. Do you think if Bray Wyatt became if he got Money in the Bank and cashed in on Roman Reigns, do you think that's the big moment of him as a face?
Yeah.
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 If the and this is a stretch. If Roman's still getting the same reaction he is now, then absolutely.
That would be the perfect ending for WrestleMania 33 if Roman Reigns, still getting booed like hell, walks in and retains at Mania 33 in the main event, and then he gets cashed in on Bray Wyatt.
He gets cashed in twice at WrestleMania. That's funny.
Yeah.
My other question is, it's obvious that Cody Rhodes isn't going to let go of the Stardust gimmick. So, like, how would you guys, book it in order for it to, like, come off like I'm not going to say serious, but just like a character where you go, like, oh, shit, I can, like, totally get into that, a way to book Stardust that makes them come off a lot less goofy, if you know what I mean.
Regardless how you do Stardust, he's always gonna come out goofy. That's the point.
Yeah, he's always gonna come out goofy, but
that's the objective.
Like, the thing is, there was a time when you had some main eventers deal with goofy gimmick people, and it gave them like a feel good moment that like if anytime that person went into the Hall of Fame, then there's something to say, okay, they did something special. Like, for example, the feud with The Rock and the Hurricane. All right. Triple H, he ended up feuding with fucking Eugene. All right. So, what I'm saying is, like, if Stardust goofy as fuck gimmick, the only way that you can make them less goofy and more serious, despite all the face paint and the spiky armor bullshit. You got to start tying in the fact that like he's also a family man. You got his wife who works for the company as a ring announcer. His brother, of course, is Goldust. And it's just like if there was an offer, I mean, like it would be a small part time storyline thing. But like, okay, right now you got John Cena out. Right now you got Seth Rollins out. Right, so I'm just shooting right now. Like this is just a pitched idea. It's probably never gonna happen. But like if after this AJ shit, if none of the other three guys from the Fatal 4-Way from Monday end up with title shots after AJ, if there was just some random chance that say Stardust, he got a title shot, and everybody's chanting Cody, and he actually like accepts it. And like he's like, I'm doing this one for my dad, but then Roman becomes like this huge asshole, and like it works as motivation for the pay per view, and you have like Roman fucking with like he literally lays out golden truths to the point where like this is where you have to use blood, you know, like fucking Dustin gets busted open, and
There's
it's
no
just like he's getting into Eden's face and like scaring her type shit. It's like
Weston
it's
when you
almost like it's a ruthless aggression, like type of thing that
The
wouldn't
only
happen.
way you can make Stardust serious, and I honestly don't think it's that big of a deal, if they kind of make him like Goldust, where he does kind of gay stuff, I think he would actually get more over if he was doing gay stuff.
Weston
I don't think it's that big of a deal if he kisses some dudes, right? I mean, it's 2016.
You already
um
got Bray Wyatt kissing guys.
that's true.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about like on the lips and shit.
Weston, when you think of Stardust, just in general, without thinking of the face paint or like his outfit, what are the first things that come to mind?
Faggot.
No, I mean,
No.
just in general about him, it's usually like his, like the mannerisms, right? Where he jumps on, he screams, he yells, he hisses, and all that. You know what I mean? No, seriously. So
Yeah.
the goofiness is not gonna. It won't. You could get rid of it, but it's gonna take some time.
Oh,
It's
my question like isn't necessarily good. It's just like how do you make him in a way where like you can get behind his character?
Oh,
You
he
can
started.
just
He actually accept the Cody shit, and just
if
Like I
you
said, just have him do gay stuff. That'll get him over. I don't see
actually
how.
probably actually to be honest, Chase is probably right.
Just have it. It's 2016. If you guys are like fucking so insecure, and I'm not gay or anything, I just want to throw that out there. I have gay cousins and stuff like that. So
yeah, you're just accepting of the.
yes, I'm
Like,
accepted of the gay community. Like I love these people. They're fucking awesome. Okay, so
They
I'm
know how to
very-
throw.
I
They
gotta
know.
do the joke. I gotta do the
Nah,
joke.
they
The
know how
gay
to throw.
community-
No. They know how to throw good parties. I'm just saying.
They do. Okay, but like my cousin's gay and everything like that, and I became accepting way before anyone else and stuff like that, and you guys can probably tell how I
He just
speak and how I
doesn't come
talk.
off as gay, just super feminine.
Huh? No, he doesn't come off gay at all. He comes off normal. But the thing is, the way how I talk and speak, obviously, you guys could probably tell I'm a Republican. I think that should be fucking obvious by now that I'm a Republican. So you would think I would be one of the, and my dad's a huge ass redneck and stuff like that. I do have a southern draw. I hide it pretty well. I don't really talk in my natural voice all that much. But the thing is, you would think I would be one of the few people that wouldn't accept gay people, but I do. And I have no problem with gay stuff. And if you guys have problems seeing gay stuff on your television, well, guess what? You watch fucking wrestling. You're watching guys in their fucking underwear
Hello?
touch each other every fucking week. That's gay. Okay? If you watch UFC, they're fucking lying on top of each other half of the fights. Steven can attest to this. How many fights, Steven, are there where they're just kind of laying there, like looking like they're sucking each other's dick?
All the Jake Shield fights.
Yeah, exactly. And then speaking of like one of your guys' favorites right
Oh,
now,
you gotta remember.
hold up,
You gotta
hold up,
remember
I'm not done.
fucking.
Not done yet. Speaking of Nakamura and shit like that, Nakamura during the Sami Zayn fight, what was he doing? Oh yeah, his head was by his fucking dick, and everyone was cheering. You guys fucking cheer at guys grabbing each other's dicks and fucking doing the test of strength with Joey Ryan.
Dude,
So,
Yeah.
people fucking cheered at Big Daddy V basically fucking got doing the action of fucking someone in the ass.
yeah, so
Remember, that was his
I'm
finisher.
just saying,
That was his finisher.
Stardust doing gay stuff would not be bad for television. It would not hurt if it affects your views, then don't watch. Just don't watch.
Be a
It's not a
star.
big deal. It's like
I agree
But
with
how,
what
how
you're
did
saying.
Goldust get over? Goldust was fucking creepy, borderline, and stuff like that.
That's
That's the
true.
only
Came out
reason-
with S&M outfits at one point.
Yeah.
I gotta
Louis
agree.
Vuitton.
I gotta agree with you guys. I do. I agree. The only thing that I'm just gonna say is this: the audience demographic. It's aimed towards the kids that the parents bring, and not the parents just bringing kids to the event. Like that's who the company is saying. Okay, this is our target audience.
And if you make Stardust openly gay and he does gay stuff, how is that not a good thing for the kids to realize that hey, it's okay to be who you truly are?
No,
you
I,
pitch
I,
it
I'm
sending a
all,
good
I'm all
message.
for that. It's just like you know how fucking PG they are, you know, and it's just like how the company they would find that too risque.
I mean, if that was the case, okay, if that was the case, then they would have fired Darren Young a long time ago.
Yeah, exactly. Too risky. Okay, see,
They
the
would have
only thing
fired
that's
Pat Patterson years ago.
yeah, the thing is too. It's just like the thing is too. Like Stardust doesn't have to do a bunch of gay stuff in the ring. Maybe a touch on the bum, a kiss on the cheek or something, or maybe once in a while, just a shocked opponent, he kisses them on the lips. Like that's all he needs to do. That's all he needs to do. It doesn't. It's not like Stardust needs to do a bunch of like. I'm not saying Stardust needs to go out there and just fucking hump Triple H one episode of Raw, like while Triple H is cutting a promo. I'm just saying like Stardust during his matches kind of just does like creepy stuff like Goldust used to do that made
Yeah, just
Goldust
gotta be feminine.
that people attracted to Goldust. Like people were attracted to Goldust because they thought it was kind of creepy and cool at the same time. The stuff he was doing, just like making wrestlers feel uncomfortable. You could actually legit feel that these guys did not like working with him, but
So
at the same time, you dug it.
basically what you're saying is that you think that Stardust would get over more if he had more in-ring feminine mind games.
Yes.
I can agree with that.
Yes, if he had that, it would help him out because right now he just does random goofy stuff. Like he doesn't do anything like weird. Like he slaps people. He comes out humping with his butt up in the air and everything like that. And he just like smiles creepily. But other than that, what does Stardust?
It's like I agree with you, but I think like you know the term with wrestling fans, you can't please everyone, and I just think that if you start doing that with Stardust, even though it would get over with a lot of people, there's also a lot of people who would be like, "Oh, Goldust 2.0, now he really is it." Now that's exactly what he is.
That's fine. We need more Goldusters in the WWE. I don't give a fuck. At this point in time, even if they copy old shit all the time. It doesn't matter.
Everything gets recycled, yeah.
Yeah, everything gets recycled. It'd be a good homage and stuff like that. The thing that would actually help if they actually went pulled away. I feel Stardust would have actually gotten it over if they would have done Stardust versus Goldust at a WrestleMania and stuff like that, because that was the only way I think it would have gone.
That would have worked, and then have Stardust kind of like beat him at his own game of acting the same way.
Well, no, not acting the same way, just being psychotic at the fact that he is not Cody, and then you kind of give Stardust a schizophrenic gimmick.
Or if not, if they want to go the full route, do what they did in TNA. Give him the Orlando Jordan gimmick. Remember that?
Oh God, that's not the type of thing I want. I don't want that.
All right, so Weston, you got any more questions to do? Because we're about to wrap up the show, man.
Yeah, I do. With Bray Wyatt turning face, I was wondering who would you guys have him go after first? What heels would you guys like to see him face?
Yeah, I think League of Nations is kind of an obvious.
Yeah, League of Nations right now. The League of Nations. Maybe now if it's done right, maybe the Authority. Then again, I heard the Authority is about to be done, but
it's on hiatus.
I would be intrigued to see a Wyatt New Day feud.
I'm trying to think. Was I because we were talking League of Nations? I'm trying to think. Was I talking on the show with you guys about this on Wednesday? That possibility of Bobby Roode coming in to break it up.
I doubt Bobby Roode.
Like having, I know it's a long shot, but like
Ladies and
have
gentlemen,
him in,
Bobby Roode.
No. They don't say the D. Roode.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Roode.
Rude. No, but I mean, like I know it's a long shot, but just that idea of planting the seed of you have a guy who's actually bigger than the group in a group, and then it's just like that's the seed to break it up, to destroy it.
Nah. Go that Connor.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kangaroo.
Oh God, I hope they don't have like a terrible. There's Off the Chain theme song, one of the worst theme songs ever in wrestling. Off the chain.
Well, when they mixed Off the Chain with Austin Aries TNA, that was pretty.
That was terrible. The best theme song ever was his heel theme. Oh my God, greatest fucking theme song ever.
Oh, the It Factor.
Yeah,
that's just a rock instrumental. It's a rock instrumental of Off the Chain.
I know, but I'm just saying it's better than the fucking one with lyrics. The one with lyrics sounds like such a Jobber's theme. Like I just hear that, I'm like, oh, Jobber's coming out. Oh, it's actually Bobby Roode. Fuck.
Yeah. All right, Weston. Thanks for calling.
I got one more question. That's it.
All right, make it quick.
Okay, so on the Q&A with me and Chase and Aisha, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Snowdrop, who who pointed out that they would like to see, they would like to see a thing where basically the Bulletproof or Bullet Club, whatever you want to call them, basically appears, but they help out. But instead of helping out AJ, they actually help out Roman.
No.
That was
And I was
Dominic's.
wondering,
No, that's not how
Don't even plant that
I mean,
idea
I
in
mean,
my
I mean,
head.
I like it. I
I
think
mean,
that works
the way I
best,
look at
and
it, the
I
way I
think
look at, and I agree, it could work. You think about it. I said it in my video that the scenario was okay. In New Japan, on New Year's Dash, the night after Wrestle Kingdom 10, the Bullet Club turned on AJ Styles.
That's true.
So they could do this whole thing where okay, AJ's about to win the belt, right? And it's
Yeah.
1-2. The lights go out. In come Gallows and Anderson, right? And they attack AJ Styles. And hell, you can't even bring in Finn Balor because in the whole scenario is okay. AJ Styles left Japan to become a superstar in WWE and left behind Anderson and Gallows. Balor can be involved because originally Finn Balor was one of the co-leaders of the Bullet Club before AJ Styles even came into New Japan. So you can add that scenario in there as well. Okay, you know what? You took my spot, and look what you've done with it. Look where you're at now. It's not right that you're on the main roster and I'm not. They can do so many things, but at the same time, though, now honestly, or they can go the route. Okay, they help AJ Styles, or I don't know. But other than that, I don't see it happening either.
Wait, well, I just want to ask this real quick. Was he asking about like Bulletproof / Balor Club helping
First
Roman
off-
and then
first off-
putting him in the group, or are we
No,
just saying
Diamond
like
and
kind of
Silver.
busting AJ?
Diamond and Silver. First off, Diamond and Silver is a girl. Second off,
On?
Diamond and Silver asked, instead of helping AJ, they go on and help Roman retain the title, and they join with Roman.
So
instead.
actually having Roman join the group.
No, what do you mean? They join Roman. Roman's not joining the group. They follow Roman.
Okay. My thoughts. This is how I would do it. Now, this is just me. You got the match. It's going the distance. Whatever. AJ's just about to beat Roman. Like you said, lights go out. Now, a spotlight comes on the ramp, and it's that thing like they do the little entrance video thing real fast, and you just see Finn Balor in his bulletproof jacket, and he does the two guns similar to like the Motor City Machine Guns, and this is distracting Roman Reigns, and you're thinking, oh my god, like some shit's about to go down to cost Roman Reigns the belt, and then out from the crowd you got Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows, and they actually lay out AJ Styles, and then you just simply have Roman Reigns capitalize. So what's going on is that AJ Styles is going to lose. You have a feud set up for AJ Styles with Balor Club, and you don't make Balor Club turn into underlings to Roman Reigns. If anything, if you're going to give Roman Reigns,
okay, what's the difference between the Balor Club being underlings to Finn Balor and then being underlings to Roman Reigns? I would believe they would be
because it's like if you're going to use
quiet, because that's ridiculous. If you say that like, oh, they're afraid of Finn Balor but they're not afraid of Roman Reigns, that's ridiculous. I would listen to Roman Reigns before I listen to fucking little Prince Devitt any day of the week.
Yo, hold on. Sorry to interrupt, guys. Chase, did you see this? Hold on. Did you see the thing I just sent you?
Yeah, dude, that's fucking insane. I thought they were gonna. I thought I'd never see this happen. I'm gonna be pissed off when they come, but that's pretty exciting shit.
Apparently, the Young Bucks. Apparently, the Young Bucks just announced they're officially going to NXT.
Well, send me the shit.
Late April Fools, are you serious?
I just sent it to Chase.
Send it to me, Con.
What's the website using this? Claiming this, or is this a tweet?
Hold on. I need to. Hold on. Oh my god.
This can't be true.
But while he's pulling that up, I just want to explain, Chase, like what you said. Okay. The only reason I say this is because it's like, I see like Anderson and Gallows following Balor only because of the history. Only because of the history, and it's like they go way back. They were the founding like fathers of Bullet Club,
Connor.
So that's the only reason.
Send me the link.
I don't want to see
it right now.
If anything, I would prefer to see kind of like Saul Monster's Roman Empire idea. If anybody has to follow Roman Reigns, turn the Usos heel. Just turn them heel and then have that be a unit.
Fuck. Sorry, my phone died. I had to go on the website real quick.
Yeah. Fucking insane. Holy shit.
Plus, Roman's kind of got this attitude. He cut a promo. I know it's SmackDown, so it doesn't really mean shit.
No, that
but
was
he
great.
still
That
has,
was a great. That was a great promo. I loved him and AJ Styles' mic interaction. It was great.
no,
Bro.
that was a
I
good.
love
Oh,
just how
so
Roman's acting. It's great. He's just like, "Fuck you, little jobbers." I
yeah.
love it. That's what we
No,
should be.
I think the
Shouldn't care
best
about
thing
these
he did
bitches.
was
I
on
love AJ
Monday to
Styles.
Sami Zayn. That was the best shit that he pulled. When Sami Zayn tried to come in the ring to say like, "Yeah, I want a shot too," he just waved him off. He's like, "No, get the fuck
He's
out.
all like, "Get out of here,
Get the
LJ."
fuck out of here. You do not belong. You do not belong. Go, hell, bring in Josh. He's my size, okay?" Because that's what. Oh, I posted about that on Facebook the other day. Because WWE's in a lack of like big men, and you know Vince has a hard on for guys built with the size of Roman Reigns. So even though he has heat, I have a bad feeling that when the time comes for him to be on the main roster, Mr. Yeti is going to get a push. What do you think?
I don't think Yeti's gonna get a push. Isn't he injury prone?
I don't know. He hasn't even. I mean, I've been seeing like Facebook posts from a lot of the NX. I mean, a lot of the guys who are a part of the Tough Enough competition, like Patrick Clark and stuff. He's already debuted. Of course, Amanda, and Sarah Lee debuted, but I've yet to hear about Josh.
Connor.
ZZ debuted, and he pissed off the first guy he worked with, like because he was bad, like like end of that match, the guy went on Twitter and was like, "Don't ever work with this guy." But I don't think Josh has even debuted yet.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off, so maybe that way the next caller can have a little bit of time.
I'm about to wrap up the show, my man. So, all right, brother, take it easy, Weston. All right.
All right, peace, guys. Good night.
Good night. All right. So apparently, it's per Connor. Okay, the Young Bucks might be coming to NXT.
Hey, just give me a second. My computer's slow and I'm on Skype and my phone's dead. So just hold on. I know what site I need to go to. I'm just pulling it up. Hold on.
If this is legit, I think it's about time that I mean, like, I'm happy that NXT actually has a home. Like, they've created a few homegrown teams like American Alpha.
I mean, let's be real about it,
Zone
though.
Cats
but let's be real about it, though. If the Bucks go to if the Bucks go to NXT, you're pretty much saying it's the death of the Indies. And besides, think about this too. There's no way it's true though, because they have a lucrative deal with Ring of Honor and New Japan, so there's no way this is true.
Well, if it is true, then it just shows that like you're right about the death of the Indies, and the only way to like keep it somewhat relevant is WWE would just have to start doing like kind of what it's doing with Evolve. It has to have like joint agreements with independent companies, so like almost like a talent exchange where they're doing the cruiserweight tournament that's going to take place at Full Sail. At the same time, I would send, for God's sakes, and this pisses me off. Someone like Tyler Breeze should be on like I just saw him job on Monday night. I saw him lose again to Dean Ambrose on SmackDown. I am tired of someone with that much caliber not being used right. Not even as Intercontinental Champion or some shit like that.
I mean, you got. I mean, you knew. No. Okay, listen. Yeah, you had to knew from the get go that Tyler Breeze was gonna be treated the way he was treated on the mid roster. You knew that from the get go. So why be shocked about it now? Is he talented?
No,
yes.
I'm not shocked about it. It's just like I think that he fits that mold of like, okay, this is someone who's going to be in the title picture for like either the United States or the Intercontinental title. He's in that same boat as Dolph Ziggler, you know? And it's just like if you're still if WWE says such a hard on for Dolph Ziggler still that they're going to continue to put him in that title picture but not even Tyler Breeze, then it's just like in my opinion you got to do something with these people. And if you have all these tie-ins with companies like Evolve, then you can put someone just having the moniker of, oh, I am a WWE representative, then that can put him into like even he doesn't have to win, but just being in an Evolve main event here or there, because that's their key independent company that they're working with. So it's like if you're going to bring in these independent people to to be in a cruiserweight event, and you're going to have someone like William Regal like show up at an Evolve event, then why not have a WWE guy actually participate in a match?
Oh my god! Oh, come on! Oh my goodness!
Check the chat, guys.
I seen it. Oh my god!
Okay, I'm gonna look. Uh, share on Facebook.
Oh my god! This is huge. This is breaking news. I'll tell you guys what though.
I just broke the internet.
We're gonna wrap up the show now. We thank you all tonight for tuning in.
That's evil. Dude, that's evil.
I know, right? I know, right? Can you imagine though? I know this is a YouTuber out there, the wrestling talk show, fucking tool. I guarantee you, he would look at this article, make a video on it. I'm just saying. All right. No comment there, no comment there. All right. But anywho, guys, gonna wrap up the show now. All right. We thank you all tonight for tuning in live. Thank you all you guys who called in. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Check out the YouTube channel, which you're on now. If you're new to it, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, hit the share button, spread the word. All right. And yeah, TEAMHEEL podcast is coming Wednesday at 11:30 p.m. This Wednesday, episode 142. And yeah, kick it, Connor. Is Connor there?
Sorry, I had my mic muted. Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Connor, a.k.a. OKFabe. You can follow me over my YouTube channel, youtube.com/OKFaber, facebook.com/OKFaber, Twitter at OKFabe, and of course, because it's a shameless plug, go check out and buy some merchandise over at prowrestlingtees.com/OKFabe, where you can get the definition of a jobber, feed me likes, and the OKFabe of Honor shirt, and a new shirt that'll be out sometime next month.
Oh, yeah.
You guys can follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. YouTube is Chase Oliver. Got some videos for you guys. I'm excited to do a Shop TNA unboxing. That's right. I won some money on DraftKings.net. I'm not sponsored by DraftKings. I wish I was, though. You can use the promo code Chase. Nah, I'm just kidding. You can't do anything like that. but I won some money on DraftKings doing some NBA and MLB daily fantasy. DraftKings, your number one source for daily fantasy. Might be doing it for, daily MMA fantasy. If they had daily WWE fantasy, it would be a great website, DraftKings.com. But in all seriousness, I did win some money on DraftKings, and I decided to spend it on some TNA merch, taking a pause for the cause, helping TNA out, their financial situation. So I decided to shop some TNA stuff. So keep on the lookout for that video and other wrestling commentaries I'll post on there. But if you guys want to hear more from me on other places, TEAMHEEL podcast every Wednesday night on Mixlr.com/HeelSteven.
TEAMHEEL podcast. Actually, is Mixlr.com/TEAMHEEL podcast.
Oh, I always do. It still shows up to me when I do Heel Steven.
That's weird.
So that's where else you can hear me. And also on the post Raw rundown every Monday night after Raw with Connor, aka OKFabe, as the host, Matt from In the Rope Show, and of course Heel Steven on the youtube.com/OKFaber channel. So those are the places where you can find me. And if you guys want to do other videos with me, just hit me up on Twitter.
Indeed. And Dave's he hung up. But yeah, all right. So Dave had an issue here. Dave, you back? That's weird. His connection cut off. Oh well. I'll wrap up the show, guys. All right, we're off, guys. You can follow D Extreme at D Extreme on his Twitter handle, and we're out like Janice Titties. Good night, everyone, from around the point.